Chapter 261 Get the Snake Human Queen. Great Harvest. Holy Terra not far away. The fighting quickly reached its fiercest level. Then calmed down quickly. Even if forced to the point of nowhere to retreat, the Temple of Heaven exploded with the strongest combat power. Still useless. Legions of parasites are fearless of death. Morale or something has no effect on them. Become a ruthless killing machine that references biological mastermind battles. A fight down. Not only did the parasite core not reduce its staff. There are more than 1 million parasites out of thin air. The more you fight, the stronger you get. This is the advantage of Chen Mo's exclusive race. As long as the enemy is defeated, he must have gained something. For Chen Mo, war is basically a business with no loss. Most of what is left of the enemy will become Chen Mo's combat resources. Everything from flesh and blood to consciousness can be used by him. The existence of the bastion has brought about an extremely powerful gravitational disturbance. At the same time, using the gravitational core, Chen Mo can easily interfere with the teleportation. At this moment in this area, transmission has been banned. The result of the battle is naturally self-evident. Unilateral beating. You don't even need to use real heavy weapons. Holy Terra. Chen Mo watched a battle. The whole person became more energetic. His strength, another point of growth, not more than 30. But can be clearly perceived. The quality of this batch of Tianshan Temple elite is very good. Harvested their genes. In the follow-up confrontation with Zontian Temple, he was basically in a state of genetic suppression. Leapfrogging the opponent can become a routine operation. If ordinary people know this, will definitely be dumbfounded. Just hang up. The stack of killing books is still permanent, and it will only get higher and higher. To later stage, facing the Golden Man, any greenskin on Chen Mo's side can put pressure on the legendary Golden Man. This unexpected harvest is really not easy. It took me a lot of effort to deal with the snake girl in time, and then let the other party cooperate. Chen Mo wiped the sweat from his forehead. I got up and took a sip of tea. This time, he used the power of the Star Soul to the extreme. Crazy erosion of the planetary will of the snake human race, with the fastest speed, settle the queen of the snake human race. After all, when he realizes that there may be an opportunity to lure the Temple of Heaven. It's been a while. This opportunity waits for no one. Good thing he got it. Certainly, if ordinary people saw Chen Mo wiping his sweat, they would be so angry that they would vomit blood. You call that a lot of effort. For Star Soul Masters like Luo Bing who work overtime day and night and have to go on adventures and battles by themselves. That's 10,000 points of critical damage. And what about Chen Mo? Just sweating a little, not in itself any danger. More importantly, this was an unplanned windfall. Even if it is a surprise, it will not lose anything if it is not. For Chen Mo, there was no cost at all to mobilize the army. Just like that, Chen Mo should not be emotional. The truth is not on the same level. Feeling the power in his body, Chen Mo opened his watch to check the civilization rating. Lord of the planet, Chen Mo demigod. Star Soul level. Lavender, Star Soul powerhouse. Planet number, 23,788. Civilization level. Level 2.0 with God level combat power. Civilization tendencies. Genes, technology, swarm organisms, infection parasitism. Planet contribution. 181.4 billion. Planet ranking. The 1 millionth place in the Battle of the Temple of Heaven real-time. Planet information. Low energy planet, half garden world, has a special connection with the mother world. Important equipment. Bastion, mothership, permanent mother star channel, portal, planetary defense system, biological mastermind, dark sky, proof of conquest. Colonial planets. 22 in total. Including the ocean planet, the top agricultural planet, the tiburium mining area, the top mining planet, the snake human home planet. Special resources. Top fishing, titanium ore, magic crystal, uranium ore, tiburium ore, a small amount of iridium ore. Enslaved races. Mermaids, snake people. Existing resources. 15 billion cash, 10 tons of magic crystals, 0.5 tons of tiburium ore, 200,000 iron ore. Other information. No. Very good. Now I also have God-level combat power. It's officially joined the game. Because I have the genetic suppression of the Temple of Heaven, and at the same time I can dig out the knowledge of the source, it will be easy for Ash to advance to the gods. 1. Single on the speed of cultivation. It is estimated that it is far more powerful than many Star Soul powerhouses. And by cultivating Queen Ash, maybe a path to becoming a god can be found, and both the snake people and the murlocs can use it for a long time. Although the consumption of tiberium ore will greatly increase, once this kind of knowledge is summed up, it is at least advanced knowledge. Think of this. Chen Mo couldn't help smiling. Maybe these two civilizations will become quite mainstream cultivation civilizations like angels or elves in the future. And his name will also spread along with this knowledge. As long as the Star Soul world is not destroyed, his mark will never die. This can be regarded as the first step of eternity. As for his ranking, he was a little surprised that he was out of 1,000,000. Not too bad, but too good. He was just a fight after all. On this vast battlefield, it generally takes time for a Star Soul Master to accumulate his achievements. 1,000,000 for the first time, very good. For this point, Chen Mo is not in a hurry. He believed that he would be able to quickly improve his ranking. Just like in the rookie area. Random killing. A thought. Chen Mo summoned the snake human Queen Oran. As the other party is a god, tearing space is already a basic operation. The moment the order is received, Oran's soft waist twisted slightly. The tail of the snake followed suit. The beautiful body appeared in front of Chen Mo through the spatial rift. Alan prostrated himself in front of Chen Mo, and respectfully said, "Great divine will." Okay. Chen Mo smiled and looked at the snake human queen. The attraction of the other party, it has to be said, is strong. It is a very tempting impulse that triggers a hormonal explosion. It makes people want to, violently. Tempting. You are the queen of the Snake People clan. From now on, the Snake People clan will still be led by you. At the same time, I will gradually assign more responsibilities to you. Do not let me down. Chen Mo said, then turned back to Ash and said, Aishi, you and Oran have a good communication 700, let her give you all the knowledge, summarize it, and sort out the complete withering flower, knowledge. Good master, good great divine will. The two women nodded. Immediately the two queens departed from Holy Terra. Oran, the snake girl, organized all the snake girls to come to Terra and carry out purification batch by batch. Don't be careless about guarding against the ancient gods at the source. The queen went to count the spoils. At the same time, she also promised Chen Mo, after the battle, the manor should be settled as soon as possible, and a new maid should be selected. The two sisters, Irene, are naturally going to move in. It is more convenient for everyone to communicate with each other. I believe the owner will like it more. At the same time, there is a brand new snake human race. Her original maid arrangement may need some adjustments. The appearance of the snake girl is no worse than that of a mermaid, and it is also different from the pure beauty of an angel. The snake girl is very enchanting. Think of this. She glanced at the snake human Queen Oran. I can't move my eyes a little bit. It can be seen that the other party's ability to seduce is strong. Chen Mo glanced at the evolution opportunity prompted by the system, and then turned on the watch. Queen Oran has already arrived, so there is no rush to evolve this time. Let's take a look at the rewards given by the Federation for the first battle of joining the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Chen Mo is delighted to check out the rewards. But he didn't know. At this time, the War Zone channel, as well as the Rookie Zone, have exploded. Or, the depth charges never stopped. One wave after another. Chapter 262 Chen Mo Support Team. Chen Mo can do it, but I can't do it. Excited newcomer zone. One more. Because everyone found out before, there might be a battle going on Chen Mo's side. And it seems to have obtained the spoils of an entire planet. All of these, all are displayed on the trading platform. So many people follow Chen Mo. First, it was the goods he hung on the trading platform, which was amazing. Even if it is placed in the entire Battle of the Temple of Heaven, it is considered a lot of goods at one time. Secondly, Chen Mo is already very popular. It's okay every day, newcomers like all kinds of analysis Chen Mo. After all, worship the strong. Analyzing the methods of learning from the strong is something that many people like to do. Not to mention Luo Bing. In Theater 38, a group of girls formed a Chen Mo support group, with Luo Bing as the core. Certainly, Luo Bing was helpless. Chen Mo is completely insignificant. In short, this group of women is very boring, and they study Chen Mo every day when they have nothing to do. Whenever there is trouble in Chen Mo's side, they will be able to find it immediately. For the rest of the top geniuses, there are also various think tanks and the like. Also follow Chen Mo. This person's actions are of great reference value. At the same time, this is also the first battle for newcomers to enter the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Attention is high, and it seems that Chen Mo's main planet has been attacked. Side of the Tenjin Temple also assembled 1,000,000 legions. No matter in terms of significance or scale, it is number one among newcomers. The movement was so loud that the entire war zone knew it. Very good. Let's fight. Hiss. It looks like I won. You see so many spoils on the shelves, it's really shipped. It's over. Someone has detected the millions of legions in the Hydra constellation of the Temple of Heaven, and they are turning over one after another. Hee hee. This is probably a bait. Chen Mo is stupid. Why don't you call your allies? I don't know where he got so many resources. But judging from the current situation, it is obvious that the Temple of Heaven dares to go up to 1,000,000 legions. Maybe they came prepared. Maybe Chen Mo is taking bait now. No matter how you eat it, you have to obediently spit it out after a while. Quote. It's okay to spit it out. I'm afraid that the main planet will be blown up by people, then it's really a joke. Quote. Could it be that the rookie's first battle will end in a disastrous defeat? A genius Star Soul Lord is about to fall. I don't understand why Chen Mo can provoke so many people, the entire star area of AA, the Dragon God and the Temple of Heaven. Tisk tisk. If I were asked to fight on this scale, the opponent wouldn't even need to take action. I'd be frightened to death. Chen Mo is much stronger than us. Strength is relative. No matter how strong it is, can it be stronger than a 2.0 civilization, stronger than a god? Many newcomers hope that Chen Mo will be deflated this time. Especially the person who was slapped in the face just now. It's almost time to blow up Chen Mo's planet. But now that they are fighting for the Star Soul world after all, it is still a pity to lose such a genius. So some people suggested that the Federation should send someone to support it. Anyway, Chen Mo can afford to ask for assistance. I have a starship that can be folded, and several demigods under me are just idle and have nothing to do. I think Chen Mo is a good newcomer. As long as he says something, I will go to support him immediately. Money doesn't matter, mainly to make friends. At this time, there is new news. Brothers, big news at the level of a nuclear explosion. Chen Mo overturned the 1,000,000 Legion of the Temple of Heaven, and maybe more goods will be on the shelves later. If you want it, hurry up and prepare the money. The 10% off shopping carnival is here. FK, is it true or not? It's fake. No matter whether you win or lose, it's impossible to get the results so quickly. The battle at the Legion level also involves the planet. You think it's going to the bathroom, just a few minutes. It is less than 10 minutes before Chen Mo's planet was attacked. To be honest, this time is not enough for the main gun to warm up for a few rounds. Many people questioned it, but smart rookies and many Star Soul Masters have a more accurate way of judging. Check Chen Mo's ranking directly. In the Battle of the Temple of Heaven, the record ranks 1,030,000. Don't guess, Chen Mo is wearing a watch. The Federation is the most faithful recorder of the record. Tisk tsk, look at this ranking. I don't know about the Dragon God, but the Heavenly God Temple Legion is definitely overwhelmed by Chen Mo. What the hell? Almost 1,000,000 people. There are tens of millions of Star Soul Masters involved. Chen Mo is going to enter the top 10% so soon. It's unbelievable, the elite officers of the Temple of Heaven, but there are 3 main battle races, the Golden Man, the Snake Man, and the Octopus. Among them, there are at least hundreds of legendary powerhouses. Hundreds. Do you think it's the rookie area to play with you? At least 500. And there are starships, which are much more powerful than ordinary legendary damage, and there are all kinds of weapons. My god, isn't this too invincible? This is a newcomer, I dare to swear, he will definitely kill most Star Soul Masters in seconds. Wait, everyone, take a closer look. Among the trophies on the shelves, there are a lot of equipment with the snake human mark. Does it mean that Chen Mo has overturned the snake human race? Chiliu, Snake Girl, I love it, I love it. When will I put some on the shelves? I will definitely support it. Snake Girl is the best. Tisk tisk, I'm so envious, I dream of having a few. Of course, only those who are legendary or above can have a taste. I'm in the battle zone close to the Hydra constellation. Now the entire Hydra constellation is half empty. I'll send someone to infiltrate it and find out. A Star Soul expert watched the discussion and was also very curious. Take the risk of sending out an infiltration squad. The Grey Steel Consortium also has actions, this is their strong point. Everyone wants to know, what the hell did Chen Mo do? At the same time, many people also moved their minds. This wave is an opportunity. In the Hydra constellation star area, the combat power is much less at the moment, and before the Temple of Heaven can react, it may be able to make a profit. Certainly, this is not the forefront, and it is absolutely impossible to occupy the planet. But looting is still no problem. The mother planet of the snake people is there. As one of the main fighting races, and also good at mining and farming, the home planet must be rich. The idea of the mother planet of the snake human race, you don't want to fight. According to my observation, the snake human race should be very strong, and there will be gods soon. This legion-level battle may be commanded by the snake human queen. If the snake girl at the peak of the demigod can be taken down, wouldn't it be dreaming? I met the snake girl last time on the battlefield. Just one glance made my blood boil. It was very difficult to catch the opponent, but I lost 2 full 9th level powerhouses, and the opponent will launch activation. The Tiberium ore is really hard to handle. In the end, I only got a corpse, which was a real blood loss. Quote. Upstairs, tell me the truth, are you taking advantage of the heat? FK, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not that kind of person. I don't believe it, but you lost money, why don't you make up for it right away? Yeah, send the picture to see. I want to see Snake Girl. FK, brothers, the star area of the snake human mother planet is very empty, and I haven't seen any defense facilities. Opportunities, brothers. I can't help it anymore, I'm going to send an infiltration team, Yu Yibo. Rush, where are the soul masters of the surrounding stars? Wang Jiaohao. Hurry up and start a group, everyone. The time has come to manifest the collective power of our star soul world. Haha, thank you Chen Mo for the opportunity. It's very strange, where did Chen Mo loot so many supplies? Could it be the mother planet of the snake human race? There is a high probability that it is, so the snake people summoned the people to take revenge. The queen is not easy to deal with. I think the battle is not over yet, so let's quickly assist. For a while, the whole rookie area is boiling. Many people are ready to move, especially the first few newcomers. Some people also have a tax holiday of more than 2 months. In this way, it is worthwhile to directly join the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. If Chen Mo got the snake people, they can't. The thing got a demigod snake girl to go back and train it. If I don't want it, I can sell it at a high price. What's more, killing the members of the Temple of Heaven is a record. Don't be in vain. Immediately, someone imitated Chen Mo and joined the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Not only that, many veteran star soul masters move faster. They had a lot of starships, so they immediately mobilized their manpower and tried to go to the Hydra constellation. Chapter 263 Godly Maid. Dragon God's Backhand. 2 more. The chat channel of the entire Tianshan Temple battle was very hot for a while. Many people think that this is a good time to make a fortune. Come on, brothers, Hydra, let's go, get rich. That has to be done quickly, the infiltration team with someone has already passed. However, suddenly there was another news. Grass, brothers, guess what I found in the core area of the Hydra constellation? Quote? What? Don't be fooled, just say it. Hurry up, I'll give you 100,000 yuan, don't delay me eating melons. Haha, it feels like a big deal. Then I'm going to say. What the hell, didn't find anything, how can that be? That's right, the millions of legions, so many starships, and the mother star of the snake human race, tell me, you haven't noticed the situation. Brother upstairs, I'm afraid you misunderstood. What they mean is that he didn't see what you said, including the mother planet of the snake human race. In other words, the core area of the entire Hydra constellation, including that planet, and the millions of legions, are all gone. Quote? FK, what's the situation? Hiss. Is the entire planet vaporized, or teleportation? I'm going. Now I somewhat understand where Chen Mo's equipment that can arm an entire planet come from. Mom. This is too crazy. Chen Mo is playing big. Damn it. I heard you mean 327. The snake people even dribbled the ball, and they all fell into the hands of Chen Mo. More than that, the million legions of the Temple of Heaven are also delivering food when they go. I don't understand, isn't the snake human race about to have gods? They can't beat this, and the whole planet has been teleported away. Is this something a star soul master can do? Woo of but the world of the strong. Damn, don't say that, I'm a star soul expert, and I'm dumbfounded, this Chen Mo can do it. Damn it, I'm surprised to see the big star soul powerhouse. The big guy is definitely better than Chen Mo. The star soul powerhouses all have the subordinates of the gods, right? The tough snake human race is not a problem at all. But it is still such a short time to move other people's planets. I can't figure it out at all. How did it happen? This is a basic stone hammer. Chen Mo should win, and he is going to beat the Heavenly Temple Legion. The Tiantian Temple Legion is stupid. I don't understand the situation. How dare they go up and send it? I guess there is a dragon god contributing to the flames, or Chen Mo's routine is too deep. Oh my god, this is the result of the first battle. Chen Mo is worthy of being the rookie king. This time he is going to shake up the battle zone. As soon as Mr. Chen Mo comes out, the battle of the Temple of Heaven is about to shake. Soon after, more news came. Everyone was even more certain that Chen Mo had indeed made a big deal. Terrible, just a dozen soldiers from the Temple of Heaven ran back. The news they revealed, I doubt. Are they crazy? Let me test first, whether they were driven mad by the evil god. The infiltration team with Star Soul experts couldn't help being dumbfounded when they heard the information about deserters on the battlefield. Gods surrender. An evil god body as big as a planet. In short, they feel like gibberish. After a while. Star Soul powerhouses are really stupid. He's still digesting the message. But there are too many people who can't help but ask. He announced the news out. The snake human queen has ascended to the gods. But, the mutiny came to Chen Mo. At the same time, the million-strong army of the Temple of Heaven was directly blown away by monsters as big as planets and boundless legions. As soon as the news came out, a comment section arguing about how much Chen Mo earns. Quiet unexpectedly. Impossible. Grass. The gods will surrender to a Star Soul master. Fake news. These few people in the Temple of Heaven were stunned, so silent. For a while, many voices of disbelief. However, many people think that this is Chen Mo's true strength. I don't believe in pulling you down, so there's no need to say that others can't do it, right? I don't know that those who said that the Temple of Heaven was beaten stupidly, when they faced the Temple of Heaven, it was Hadexing. That's right, I'm afraid I was beaten stupid by the Temple of Heaven. I don't care, Chen Mo and I are newcomers in the same period, we joined forces and made history. Chen Mo is awesome, this wave directly took over the snake human queen, I cried with envy. Woo, if you want to be recruited by Mr. Chen Mo, don't you have to be at least top-notch? Can a legendary girl like me do it? The girls upstairs can ask Goddess Luo Bing. Big brother Chen Mo's record is simply explosive, and many Star Soul masters can't match it. DACG. I'm going, God-level servant. The whole snake human clan is loyal, how did this happen? Isn't Chen Mo afraid that the collective will be eroded by the gods? I can't understand. Maybe this is genius. This is Mr. Chen Mo. Whether against or in favor of. They all spoke. The entire chat area was extremely lively. At the same time, Chen Mo's private communication was also blown up. Although he doesn't accept it, there are still a large number of Star Soul masters who don't believe in evil. At the same time, we pulled the group together. Those who were planning to go to Snake Man to learn from Chen Mo and make a fortune were dumbfounded. I cried, and said that I should quickly choose the Battle of the Temple of Heaven, but ended up going to an empty place. Chen Mo even took the ball away. Hey. You can't even keep up with the hot ones if you eat shit. Upstairs, what you said is wrong, it's as if Chen Mo left a piece of shit for you. 100 times. We didn't get anything, and even forced Chen Mo to pretend. Come on, people probably don't even know. That's right, everyone who counted the trophies is probably laughing, happy, and we hardworking ones can only drool with envy. Directly looting a planet, this record, the Federation rewards definitely a lot. Ah, I really want to hang out with Chen Mo. You are a goddess, and you are very capable, so there may be a chance, but don't expect too much. After all, the mermaid and the snake girl are still slaves under his current hands, it is really delicious. I don't understand. Chen Mo has a god maid, I also recognize him, and I just treat him as a domineering aura, so that the other party screams, and I just kneel and lick. But what happened to another huge monster the size of a planet? Anyone know? It's fake. This should be an illusion, maybe some phantom created by the gods. I think so too. Anyway, Chen Mo is not in the same class as us. Many people realize that. Chen Mo they really can't do it. Chen Mo's gameplay is not at the same level as theirs. Not informative at all. The opponent's sea of AA people tactics is a real sea. Overwhelming. It can even overwhelm the millions of elites in the Temple of Heaven. If they were allowed to come, they would be complacent if they could have a demigod as the main force. The fighting concept and ability seem to be different. At this time, a large area of AA life in the universe has been killed. Still staying inside the Hydra constellation star area, the infiltration team of many star soul lords who were originally in the territory of the snake race. Massacred. Kill. Ha ha ha. These idiots really fell for it. Now we have robbed and killed a group of slaves, and obtained the planetary coordinates of that hateful slave owner. The next step is to split into two groups. Wilong, you led people to plunder the Hydra. I will take people to explore the other party's home planet. Look for an opportunity and kill him with one blow. HMPH. The majesty of the dragon god cannot be challenged. There is a huge cosmic life with a length of 30 kilometers, and the words roar. Turn out to be. The beings in the universe have never left. After they prompted the Temple of Heaven to act. I still have a backhand. Now, they started their own plans. Chapter 264 Attack Shenmue with all his might. The gods make a move. One more. Help. A lot of life in the universe. Oops, we fell for it. It must be the minions of the dragon god. Now, Hydra screamed, welcome to, in a short time. The third force A dragon god, is here again. Relying on their first attack, they caught the many star soul masters in the star soul world by surprise. There is no more snake people here, and everyone thought they had figured out the whereabouts of the Temple of Heaven. So not very vigilant. To this effect, many star soul masters suffered heavy losses. Someone's infiltration team is instantly wiped out. Many people rushed to the Hydra constellation, wanting to follow Shenmue to pick up the bargain, all cried. Not only did they not find it cheap, he was also dealt with severely by the dragon god who came to pick up the cheap. Hey, you still said to be cheap. I never expected. We are also part of the cheap. It's such a shit, imitating Shenmue to do something, the risk is so big. Yeah, it's fine if there are no benefits, and my life is almost gone. Woomillions, this is a heavy loss. What the hell is going on with Shenmue? Why did he provoke so many people? The dragon god is chasing after him. Big brother Shenmue is not only the best in skills. His ability to attract people is also the best in the entire war zone. Hee hee. I think it's time to play bang. The dragon god is easy to mess with. Indeed, this wave is absolutely outside of Shenmue's plan. The dragon god is really a good trick. He robbed many star soul masters at once, and robbed the Hydra constellation by the way. He dared to engage in both forces. He is simply unscrupulous. She is probably very strong. Absolute. Dragon god is really good at it. Like Shenmue, he eats at both ends. He even borrows all of Shenmue's power, amazing. Looking forward to a head-to-head confrontation between the two sides. Haha, I see that Shenmue has withstood 2 consecutive attacks from the Temple of Heaven. Will he still be able to resist the next attack? Dragon God just go straight up to A, and blow up the opponent on the spot. Damn it, I lost such a big loss. The entire infiltration team died suddenly on the spot, and now I want to see both sides dog eat dog. Hope Shenmue gets blown up. I'm so PD off. Hee hee, let's fight, I'm almost ready to follow suit. Dragon God and Shenmue really think we don't exist. Brothers unite. We have so many star soul masters, those who are nearby quickly join the group, some people will send out people, and those with starships will send out starships. In this wave, let's also have a praying mantis catching cicadas and orioles. Yes, slap Shenmue, and the dragon god, I'll give you all to die. As someone initiates a proposal. For a while. Inside the entire war zone, it boiled up. Many people have begun to mobilize manpower. On the other side, Hydra. At the command of the great cosmic life. Hundreds of cosmic beings took action. This time. They not only came by themselves, but also brought a lot of servants. Number up to hundreds of thousands. Compared with the Tenjin Temple. I can't see it naturally. But the individual strength is generally very strong, which greatly makes up for the shortcomings of their lack of numbers. And relying on the wealth of beings in the universe. All armed to the teeth. It's a luxury army. There are no fewer than 100 space rings alone. This makes them powerful enough to carry powerful weapons. They will teleport to a place very close to Shenmue's main planet. I believe that it only takes one charge to blow up the opponent's planet. As long as they blow up the opponent's planet, their combat goal this time will be considered as a result. After all, the Lord of Star Soul is very difficult to kill. As a force directly under the gods, they only know that there is still a lot of information. But as long as the opponent's main planet is destroyed, it will be able to re-injure the opponent. Holy Terra outer space. At this time, the space fluctuates again. This time, the ones who came here are cosmic beings who are better at space travel. They are also very strong. But as soon as it appeared, their vanguard was hit hard, turning over the nearest to Holy Terra. All suffered a space guillotine. This point makes the beings in the universe want to cry without tears. They never expected. The battle has not yet begun. The vanguard was directly beheaded. Shenmo's Holy Terra also has Bastion, with a large number of gravitational cores, interfering with space rifts, easy to understand. It is very difficult to open the rift, but Shenmo wants to interfere with the closure. But it is much simpler. It also consumes very little energy. Therefore, Shenmo discovered that the beings in the universe are not willing to be lonely. After coming to join in the fun, he decisively let them teleport first. It's almost a click. Fortunately, the servant army took the lead. But we also lost more than a dozen fighters. Terrible. A 0 for Flowersa AA. I already said don't worry, let's teleport a little farther, and the other planet doesn't have long legs, so there's no need for us to worry. Are you questioning my decision? There are always sacrifices in battle. For the dragon god, it's all worth it. Servant of the dragon god, the giant beast 30 kilometers long, said in a cold voice. He was also annoyed. I thought that if I came here as soon as possible, there would be a bargain. Who would have known that the group of hot chickens in the Temple of Heaven were defeated so thoroughly? When they came over, the other party was already clearing up the battlefield. It was tantamount to the three-party melee that he had expected, and it turned into a one-on-one fight where the opponent was waiting for him. What's even more outrageous is that the snake human queen is still alive and well. Also ascended to the gods. What's even more outrageous is that the other party also took refuge in the slave owner. This is so stressful. The servant of the dragon god, who originally thought he was 100% safe, began to feel that things were getting tricky. At the same time, he cursed loudly, because he still felt that the snake people were so extraordinary, especially their queen, would be a variable. Never thought it would be such a variable. But the will of the dragon god must be carried out. Give it to me. I'll teleport farther away. The gods of the snake human race, I will pray for the dragon god's eyes to come down and restrain the opponent. You don't need to pay attention to the powerful enemies, and attack the slave owner's planet with all your strength. Try to hit it and kill it with one blow. With the will of the dragon god, here again. The queen of the snake human clan can't get away. For the dragon god, rush. The dragon god is watching us. As long as the interference of the gods is eliminated, we have no fear. You can fight. Kill. Watch me crashing through the opponent's planet. Numerous surviving cosmic beings began to teleport far away. Then collectively charge and keep accelerating. With the blessing of the dragon god, they have nothing to fear. In the case that the dragon god may teleport and show up, the snake human queen is under great pressure. The whole space is rippling. An incomparably huge shadow looms. The scarlet pupils projected a terrifying appearance the size of a planet in the air. Across the distant space, the dragon god watched over. For a while, many leviathans fell one after another, and the weaker flying dragons. It was a volley explosion, and blood rushed out. Fortunately, the queen of the snake human clan's eyes flashed, and she withstood the pressure of the dragon god. Across the space, the queen of the snake human race was barely able to contend against the dragon god. But it seems, can't last long. Chapter 265 Go fishing in person. Horrified cosmic life. 2 more. Feel the dragon god apparition. The servant of the dragon god was instantly ecstatic. This power is invincible. Look, such is the power of the great dragon god. Just staring at it, the entire universe will be dimmed, and unbelievers will tremble. Even the formidable snake human queen lost her light. It is dragon god, invincible, while they belonging to the minion of the dragon god, this time, it is bound to show its power and let the temple of heaven and the slave owners know how powerful it is. In this star area, they are not allowed to play around at will. No one can ignore their power. The number of the slave master's slave army is astonishing, and the fighting power is even more frightening. But not in a hurry. We are all high-end fighters, and the last time we are legends. When we speed up and charge, even if the opponent's attack power is not inferior to ours, the defense power is far inferior to ours. With our huge warning and speed, it is not a problem to resist for a few minutes. In addition, our May 17th servants set up heavy fire cover in the rear. As long as one person reaches the planet, we win. Not to mention that our number is close to 100, and each one of us can play Annihilation. And the strange planet monster on the other side happens to be on the same line as the slave owner's main planet, so it can't attack us. Even if the strength of the slave master is twice as strong, we are not in vain. As long as the deterrent power of the dragon god is still there, we will surely win. Charge. The eyes of the dragon god have come. Victory belongs to us. Glory to the great dragon god. Now, the servant of the dragon god felt that he had the chance to win. Can't help but encourage loudly. With the roar of the slaves, cosmic beings continued to accelerate. Soon the holy Terra was approached. Dragon God's servant keenly sensed that the huge planetary warship located on the other side of the slave master's planet had a strong high-energy reaction. But useless. Their charge route is really ingenious. Just let the main planet itself stand in the middle and act as their shield. Opponent's super weapon. Can't beat them. Ha ha. Perfect plan. The opponent's two major weapons. The gods are intimidated by the dragon god and dare not move, and the other planet's monsters are blocked by the main planet. Seeing that the queen of the snake human race also had a dim light, it seems that it is not the opponent of dragon god at all. Even if it is separated by air, it is far inferior. After all, it is a new god, there are no means, and the knowledge of gods is not rich. From the perspective of beings in the universe, it was no surprise that the snake human queen was defeated the next moment. But we have to be careful. If the queen of the snake human race disregards her own danger, or stops suppressing the dragon god's coming, we may be directly wiped out by the other party. It's possible, but when the dragon god comes, none of them can escape. Shuang Kangsheng won't allow it. I hope the slave master has enough control over this servant of the gods. Some cosmic beings said quickly. As soon as he finished speaking, all beings in the universe will discover. The snake human queen really looked this way. His words. For a while, many beings in the universe felt a little bit in their hearts. They all scolded the man with crow's mouth. After all, it's a matter of life. Compared with the gods, they are just legends. The strongest is only a demigod. Compared with the gods, it's not even the slightest difference. The other party is really determined to kill them. The dragon god is absolutely unable to keep them. He can only promise to avenge them. One life for one life belongs to yes. Certainly. Among the life in the universe, the proportion of outlaws and the proportion of old coins are basically halved. So there are also quite a few beings in the universe who not only have no fear. On the contrary, I feel more exciting. Ha ha ha. This murderous look. I'm so scared. The queen of the snake human race. Gods, I am so shocked that I directly burst this ball. What can she do to me? The dragon god is the only true god. The gaze of the gods is really stimulating. My whole body is boiling with beast blood. Let the terrifying storm come more violently. If eyes can kill, I think I've been beaten into a primitive element. So what about the gods? After all, they chose their seats, and your master is not strong, so you should be buried with him. First destroy the slave owners, and then destroy the snake human race. However, just when the beings in the universe are proud, in front of them, a life appeared. The opponent is small in size. It is not as big as a scale of the beings in the universe. But the opponent's strength, not to be underestimated. Demigod. Not only that, behind the opponent, and three beautiful mermaids stood. All demigods. For a while, the identity of the other party. Ready to come out. Demigods. Humans. It's a slave master. Ha ha ha. He's in a hurry. Our tactics are exactly right. The opportunity has come. The other party can't afford to lose the main planet, so they are going to be tough with us. Look at the light on the back of his hand. He is a star soul powerhouse. I didn't run away. We forced the other party out. Tough. My favorite. So what about 4 demigods? Let me take the lead in the charge. Let them feel the most primitive fear. The fangs of life in the universe. Kill. The servant of the dragon god roared ferociously. Then burst out with a terrifying force. He accelerates directly. Rushed to the front. More than 30 kilometers of body shape. Let him drag out a tail flame like a comet. 0. At this moment, with full force, his energy level keeps climbing. Almost close to the level of gods. as life in the universe. He is invincible at the same level. Sorry, I didn't say I wanted to fight you. There is a vacuum in the universe and there is no way to transmit sound. However, the life in the universe is already extremely powerful. Although it is not like gods and gods, just the spread of consciousness and unconsciousness will have a strong impact on the surroundings, but it is also easy to spread one's own thoughts. So Chen Mo replied casually. Yes, he appeared here. Not for these rotten fish and rotten shrimp. Life in the universe. He has killed enough. His goal, it's the dragon god behind. Chen Mo holding the proof of conquest. Backed by Holy Terra. Across the distant starry sky, he doesn't need dragon god at all. If the other party can come. Actually, that's what Chen Mo wants. As for these cosmic beings, just let the snake human queen be wiped out. Yes, he stopped pretending. Showdown. Can't wait for dragon god to come. Letting the snake human queen stop it just now was just acting. This will make all life in the universe fold over and rush over at full speed. Just right. Harvest time. Chen Mo smiled lightly. But the beings in the universe don't know it. Especially the servant of the dragon god. He sprinted with all his strength. He laughed loudly and said, "Why, instead of fighting, do you want to seek peace? Sorry, we don't charge you for gadgets like this on 4.9. Ha 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 ha. Many cosmic beings laughed loudly. I didn't expect the slave owner to beg for mercy. But the next moment, a cold but beautiful figure suddenly appeared in front of the slave owner. The other side toward them. Stretched out his hand. Then, a volley shot. Next moment, the servant of the dragon god only feels consciousness and body, which seem to be separated. This is not an illusion. In fact, his flesh and blood are falling apart. His proud scales fell off one by one, exposing the fragile blood vessels inside. The beating heart is clearly visible. Do not. Impossible. Dragon god will not let you go. The servant of the dragon god widened his eyes and screamed. But he didn't know. At this moment, the slave owner on the opposite side is also very excited. The proof of conquest in his hand shone slightly. Chapter 266 Dragon God Momaris. Scary Star Soul Lords. One more. Hydra, Central Region. After the sudden attack of life in the universe. Surviving infiltration team. 1 out of 10. At this time, the wounded were heartbroken, but more Star Soul Autonomus who haven't had time to go there are very curious. Chen Mo over there. How's the situation? I guess it's cold. It's impossible to be cool. The Federation is not a fool. How could it be possible to let Chen Mo cool down? It is possible to suffer heavy losses. Ha ha ha. At this time, it's the turn of this handsome guy. I'm going to rescue Chen Mo. Support a wave. You will definitely gain the favor of Mr. Chen Mo. This time, it's definitely not a tie. We have passed, and it is absolutely impossible to submit again. There are only 3 things. This time, we must take advantage of Chen Mo. Kill the life of the universe, and we can also gain a wave of success. Smart people have already gone to kneel and lick Mr. Chen Mo, but fools are still talking here. Licking a dog is a terrible death. I want to hang and beat Chen Mo. And the dragon god. I'll give you all to die. A large wave of Star Soul Masters, each with their own ideas. The dragon god can be followed by the Oriole. They can't. Chen Mo can't learn about dragon god. Still no problem. All Star Soul Lords think that rushing over at this moment must be able to pick up a bargain. It's just a matter of how much. The sooner the better. For a while, many Star Soul Lords who had been summoned in advance set off one after another. Holy Terra. The battle continues. At this moment, facing the gods. Cosmic beings who can challenge beyond the level are not worth mentioning. All 30 hits in an instant. What is the mere existence of hundreds of universes? Chen Mo only needs to nod slightly, his mate can easily tear them all to shreds. This is still the mercy of the snake human queen. Otherwise, just as these cosmic beings are sprinting with all their strength, defenseless, it can be easily powdered by her. This is the gods. Although the power that can be mobilized has not increased, relying on the powerful, ideal, power, the nature of the power can be changed unimaginably. A terrifying shock that is impossible to produce in the past. At this moment, within the scope of her control, it can be easily realized. The hundreds of thousands of servants who are still preparing, seeing this situation, scared P directly. They thought they were following the boss of life in the universe to make soy sauce. Who knew it was so scary? So far, they have been completely useless. Everyone has only one thought: escape. Even if they don't have the ability to travel through space, even if they can only wander in the icy universe, finally run out of tranquilizers, and then be infected by an evil consciousness. But it was better than dying now. Run, run. This slave owner is crazy. Yeah, in order to kill some minions, Lian Long Shendu stopped fighting. Ha 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 ha, we're all going to die. Before that, I want to see the dragon god tear him apart. Hateful, damn slave owner, why are his subordinates so strong? Too strong. Didn't you say the new slave owner? Why is the other party so calm? Help, save the fart, don't run away, wait for the great dragon god to come. We can just hide behind the giant magic cannon. We are just ants, I hope the other party is not in such a hurry to deal with us. Yeah, this is the only chance of escape. I haven't finished talking yet. The pressure of terror has already spread to them. Many people exploded on the spot. Flesh separated. But the equipment on them is intact. Hundreds of thousands of servants. Seen from afar, it's a circle of light spreading out. Wherever it spreads, the enemy will fall apart. This made the few remaining legendary powerhouses creak and tremble uncontrollably. Ah, great dragon god, save your believers. Finally, someone broke down completely and cried out. For a while, this sentiment spread throughout the battlefield. At the same time, there are also servants in the corners of the distance, all crying in fright. Their only hope, the eyes of the dragon god are already looking down here. But, can't really stop the opponent's attack. The great gods have not come for a long time. For a moment, a terrible idea emerged in everyone's mind. This is, scared. Rear of the battlefield, Chen Mo stood calmly. Of course, it is impossible to say that he is not nervous. But it's more of a pity. Yes, the dragon god actually faltered at a critical moment. Sure enough, gods are gods, there is no one who is easy to deal with, and they actually know that I have other means. It seems that it is impossible to use fraud to deal with the gods. Chen Mo thought of it with some pity. However, he believes that it will not be long before he will find a chance to kill the opponent head on. At this time, the dragon god, who had been silent all this time, spoke from a distance away. Let my believers go, our grievances have come to an end for now. Cold voice, resounding directly across the battlefield. The remaining servants almost burst into tears when they heard this. Dragon god finally remembered them. Saved. Release. Chen Mo smiled lightly. Seriously speaking, although Chen Mo burned, killed, looted and did all kinds of bad things to the Aborigines, but regarding the matter of the dragon god, from the very beginning, it was the other party who was looking for trouble for him. In the beginning, it was the little lizard dragon who troubled him and was killed by him on the planet. After that is the Tiberium mining area defense battle. This time, it is already the third time that the two parties have celebrated the festival. This is not the case. In the beginning, the dragon god was so powerful that Chen Mo could only use careful tactics when dealing with his heirs. But now, even the dragon god wants peace. Chen Mo can make her lose ugly. None of her believers will return alive. I believe that the news will spread, and it will be a heavy blow to his faith. Don't think that if you follow the dragon god, you can wander outside the star soul world and the temple of heaven. To mix with him, or to mix with dragon god, this will become a question that all life in this star field must carefully consider. Little slave owner, I advise you not to mistake yourself. Momaris looked indifferent. The scarlet pupils made the entire starry sky seem to be shrouded in blood. She has her own plans. At the same time, some believers who are familiar with this area are also needed as support. The great dragon god is coming. I advise you not to make mistakes. If you offend the dragon god, you will never have peace in the future. It's a great grace to give you a few days delay, and you dare to bargain. God's punishment is down, death. All of a sudden, the surviving servants became fanatical. They all feel, since the dragon god came forward for them, then this little slave owner will definitely get sacked down. Resisting stubbornly won't do him any good. However, what many slaves do not know is that it is good for Chen Mo to provoke the dragon god. And it's big. As for guts, Chen Mo is all over. Chen Mo is also looking forward to continuing to fight against him with the dragon god, so he will send more minions from other star regions. The struggle is temporarily over. How can that work? So when I heard that the dragon god wanted to forget it, Chen Mo got angry on the spot. If you say you don't want to fight, don't fight, wouldn't it be embarrassing for me? Thinking of this, Chen Mo waved his hand lightly. The snake human queen quickly understood the meaning of her master. Pain the killer. For a while, all the surviving servants froze their smiles. And the angry roar of the dragon god Momaris resounded through the entire starry sky. But in the end, she held back, glanced at Chen Mo, then went. Chen Mo looked at the starry sky gradually returning to darkness, and had a premonition in his heart. Dragon god must have made up his mind. There must be a war between the two sides. Quote. As soon as the dragon god retreated, the snake human queen gasped heavily. She almost collapsed and couldn't stand still. Fortunately, Chen Mo reached out to catch it. Looking down at the queen of the 223 snake people who was paralyzed in her arms, Chen Mo laughed and said, "Don't worry, the other party dare not come over." "Thank you, master." Olan was flustered and said hastily. At the same time, she also realized that her master might not be what she thought, just a demigod. The opponent is sure, against the gods. This time, the pressure that Dragon God put on her is really too great. Several times, she thought it was over, and the Dragon God would be furious and kill him directly. As a god, she understands the horror of the opponent's power. She couldn't resist, and the rest of the people present couldn't resist either. Her clan may be reduced to ashes in an instant. These thoughts frightened her so much that she couldn't stop fighting. However, to her amazement, the dragon god with such a vicious reputation is so timid in front of his master. Didn't say a single harsh word. Just leave in silence. The master is so powerful. Also very mysterious. It can make the mighty dragon god afraid. At this moment, Oran, the queen of the snake human clan, looked at Chen Mo with beautiful eyes, and couldn't help feeling a little curious in her heart. She realized that she was not wronged at all when she lost to Chen Mo. Chen Mo is much better than her. Chives keep coming. The harvest is endless. It's too late to count. Chen Mo couldn't help smiling as he looked at the trophies all over the battlefield. Just when he thought the matter was finally over and he was going to take the snake human queen back to the manor to check and purify it, space began to fluctuate again. A portal slowly opened. Immediately afterwards, it's the second way. Okay, something else is coming. Hell, so much fun today. Chen Mo looked at the starship that appeared through the space warp in surprise. Compared to Chen Mo's surprise, the many star soul masters who appeared at this end of the space gate were stunned. What about the minions of the dragon god? What about the big pile of life in the universe? For a while, the scene became extremely quiet. Chapter 267 Sliding and kneeling directly, just say, Dad. Crazy people. 2 more. I'm coming. Chen Mo, I'm here to help. Someone turned on the broadcast as soon as they folded over. This made everyone very confused. Stupid. Can you see clearly before you speak? FK, I'm convinced, people want your help. The Star Soul Lord who saw the situation clearly. Already terrified at the moment. Someone said it was impossible. The news spread online. The entire theater channel exploded. The rookie area is alright. Everyone is numb and a little used to it. After all, the words, Chen Mo is awesome, will be swiped every few days. But in the theater channel, it's the first time. Brothers, have you watched the video? The first battle of the so-called strongest rookie king is finally over. The Legion of the Temple of Heaven and the minions of the Dragon God have been wiped out. The snake people have taken refuge with Chen Mo. In this battle, Chen Mo used gods and suspected star-level warships. Tisk tisk. The Heavenly God Temple's million-strong army, only a few dozen people escaped back, and they all seemed to have gone crazy. As for the Dragon God, it was even worse. His minions were all wiped out. The Dragon God himself didn't dare to come down and do it. The Temple of Heaven is in this star area, the main combat power has been wiped out, and the rest can barely defend the Hydra. I sent an infiltration team a long time ago, and now I have first-hand information about Hydra, and I testify that the above are all true. There are still people from the snake people going to seek refuge with Chen Mo. My infiltration team is near Sacred Terra. Those who have the conditions should really come and have a look. This scene, I promise to let you know what it means to be awesome. I wipe it. It's too scary. Chen Mo is invincible. Hey, I also said that the Heavenly God Temple and the Dragon God's Wheel will fight, and Chen Mo will be wiped out sooner or later. I didn't expect Chen Mo to be so strong. I think the Dragon God is too expensive, rubbish. Upstairs, Han, do you know that there are demigods and cosmic beings on the battlefield? If I'm not mistaken, the other party is still a slave of the Dragon God. Hiss, such a strong man, just one can blow up my planet. Damn, I can't even figure out how Chen Mo can resist. Resist your imagination, that's all. It's obvious that Chen Mo's side is killing randomly. The person who just said that he wanted to help Mr. Chen Mo, hurry up and ask for credit. Ha ha ha, yes, hurry up, credit. I just slid and knelt at the feet of Mr. Chen Mo, just saying, Dad. The idea upstairs is good, but please pay attention to the top-notch maids around Mr. Chen Mo. Your speed is too fast, maybe you will be regarded as an enemy, and the gods will crush you with one hand. It is recommended to climb over here slowly. Exclamation mark quote. Chen Mo, climb for me. Alas. So many elites from the Temple of Heaven and life from the universe are gone. I have spent millions of teleportation fees. I am so tired. I really got nothing from running around. Quote. Just watch Chen Mo pretend. It's a pity that Chen Mo lost so many records. What's the pity? There are still many warriors of the Temple of Heaven in the Hydra constellation. If you have the ability, just go there now. That's right, Chen Mo has the ability to get the opponent to come and play at home. I'm so envious. Why are the Temple of Heaven and Dragon gods so stupid? Isn't this delivered to your door? Hee. An afterthought. Just now, you didn't want to take advantage of it. Big brother Chen Mo will surely gain an explosion this time, and the gap with us has widened again. Let me do the math. Boss Chen Mo now has 3 demigods, 1 god level, and more than 100 legendary fighters. The number of other fighters is beyond count. It's not possible to surpass, it's far surpassed. Just the legend of the Snake People's Refuge is close to this number. Why is such a powerful race, even dribbling the ball, taking refuge in Chen Mo? Alas. All I can say is envy. Quote, it feels like the Temple of Heaven and the God of Dragons are madly breastfeeding Mr. Chen Mo. No, they rushed to give away the equipment one by one. The snake people hate it the most, so they packed themselves up and sent them away. Absolutely rich. On the side of Holy Terra, many Star Soul Masters have arrived at this moment. Word spread, because the content is too shocking. So spread explosively. Big breaking news. Chen Mo won the first Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Chen Mo has a planet-class mothership. And it seems to be alive. Not only that, there are many giant mana buildings on it. I dare to swear, this mothership is definitely much stronger than the Star Soul Lords, and there is a FG Dark Sky on it. I can feel that unique aura. More than that, it's impossible for the giant monsters that keep coming in and out to live on the bastion. The spatial fluctuations there are very regular. I suspect there are semi-permanent portals on it. FK, Dark Sky, Portal, why do you call this a rookie? There are not many Star Soul Masters. What's even weirder is that the mothership itself is so huge that it doesn't seem like it can be built artificially at all. It's like a living planet. Is it a domesticated cosmic life? If that's the case, then this ship has a bright future and can continue to grow stronger. Maybe it can form a unique world of its own, which can fight against gods. Don't underestimate the snake-human race and the Murloc race. These two races have ridiculously high talents, and both have produced demigods or gods. If they are well trained, they may be able to produce gods stably. These two races are also extremely suitable for farming. They are also extremely beautiful and seductive. I feel like I'm almost catching up with Luo Bing's angel. Enslaving two extreme races, even gods, is unbelievable. Chen Mo is too perverted, isn't he? Which pervert are you talking about upstairs? Everything is perverted. Everyone was stunned. Everyone is newcomer here. Know how difficult it is to obtain resources and develop civilization. It is necessary to constantly plunder the enemy, and at the same time maximize farming and use the resources at hand. Don't talk about newcomers, is the Lord of Star Soul. Always pay attention to your own development. If you don't pay attention, you will fall into a state of stagnation. Resources must be concentrated, but Chen Mo has several races, various weapons, and even motherships. It can be said that 100 flowers bloom. The scariest thing is, Chen Mo not only has everything more than others, and all better, leaving aside his own exclusive race. 2 slave races, if loyalty can be guaranteed. That was simply a great help. This can be said to be the only one in the Star Soul world. Everyone is trying to ensure the purity of the collective will. Even if you accept a legendary servant, you have to check carefully. But where Chen Mo dare to accept anything, quantities are calculated in billions. Everyone speculates that this unique ability to enslave is the talent of Chen Mo's exclusive race. They can't learn even if they want to. This made countless Star Soul Masters envious. Now, don't talk about newcomers. That is, the masters of all kinds of star souls, no matter what their identity and background, dare not underestimate Chen Mo at all. The Star Soul Lord, who had just said that he would pull Chen Mo, dared not speak out now. He even changed his name and changed his profile picture. Afraid of being recognized by Chen Mo. Because of the strength Chen Mo displayed at the moment. Already explained the problem very well. As time went by, the gap between Chen Mo and them must have widened. The Star Soul powerhouse doesn't dare to say how long it will be ahead of Chen Mo. Chen Mo's development speed is really too fast. With his combat strength, it should not be too easy to obtain the record rewards from the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Foreseeable. To continue like this is to kill indiscriminately. Sweeping the Temple of Heaven. Is this the true strength of Chen Mo? Many rookies are geniuses, directly desperate. Unless Mama Zhao uses taboo methods and asks someone to kill Chen Mo, otherwise they will compete openly and above board, and they have no chance at all. Certainly, they only dare to think about this kind of thing in their hearts. After all, no one is a fool. Chen Mo is in the Federation at the moment, and has attracted the attention of countless people. Might even have been noticed by a member of parliament. If you touch him, you don't know how he died. At this stage, Chen Mo is an unsolvable existence to them. Compete with Chen Mo. I can only die this heart. I'm busy, let's chat later. Chen Mo didn't answer Luo Bing's video. Just simply replied, now, he really has no time. Here at Luo Bing, whenever you have free time, you can do it anytime. But the joy of harvest. But can't wait. First loot. It is the slave of the dragon god at the peak of the demigod. The opponent was directly shot to death by Oran. But the flesh and blood are still alive. At this moment, genes can be devoured to obtain opportunities for transformation. Certainly, what Chen Mo valued more. It's the same weapon in his hand. Like the previous servants of the dragon god, he also holds an artifact bestowed by the dragon god. Chapter 268 Outrageous Support Team. Dragon God Blood Vessel. Artifact. One more. Ah, wait, I really have something to do. Luo Bing looked at the message sent by Chen Mo. Immediately speechless. But it's too late. She sent another message, but there was no response. Obviously, Chen Mo must be enjoying the harvest. Although it's a lot of money, it's actually more attractive than me. I'm really not doing well. Luo Bing couldn't help touching his smooth cheeks. Such a superb beauty feels completely useless. White is so beautiful. The first time, Luo Bing thinks that appearance is not always useful. At least here in Chen Mo. Not very useful. Oh, I don't have a role to play, so don't even think about it. Still daydreaming here. Chen Mo doesn't want to talk to you at all. Void licks the dog. Is it interesting? Luo Bing looked at a group that forcibly pulled him into it. In the Chen Mo support group, there are all female rookies from the 38th Theater. Because of the last cooperation, this group fantasized about hanging out with her, and then they could have a relationship with Chen Mo. This is really a dream. This time Chen Mo won again. Unexpectedly, hundreds of girls also joined this group. Many of them panicked at the avatar. One is more coquettish than the other. It seems that Luo Bing is depressed when the 740 games are played. What are these girls thinking? Do you really think she is the head of the harem? Get rid of. Here, besides her, there is no one who can talk to Chen Mo. Even Chen Mo didn't even know this happened. This is why Luo Bing wanted to find Chen Mo. I don't know which idiot just now, but because of Chen Mo's big victory. Then in the name of this group, still celebrating in the chat area, said that the Chen Mo support group firmly supported Chen Mo, and also spontaneously edited a lot of Chen Mo's fighting videos, masturbating there and entertaining himself. It was nothing at all. But this time, attracted the attention of many. Especially those outside the 38 theaters. As a result, people continued to apply to join the group. It was also because of this that Luo Bing discovered this matter. When she reacted, the Chen Mo support group has expanded to a full 2,000 members. Chen Mo's appearance and strength are the ceiling among newcomers. This battle is really too dazzling. Chen Mo became very popular, so many people wanted to go to him and save hundreds of years of struggle. Look at the group composition. All girls under 30. They are all quite talented. The appearance is also extraordinary. After all, those who have the courage to come to the door are either talented or good looking. Of course, DACF, there are many rich people. This thing. It awakened Luo Bing, who was still immersed in Chen Mo's strength and unable to extricate himself. She suddenly realized that the Chenmo support group that was speechless at the beginning has now grown to this scale. What's more, there are a large number of people constantly contacting her, trying to join. She was suddenly dumbfounded. This must not be hidden from Chenmo anymore. There were few people before, so I thought it would be good to change the name in a few days. Not anymore. She can disband forcibly, but this group of people will definitely organize one by then, but it is out of her control. God knows what this group of women will do when they lick the dog. Definitely crazier than it is now. It's not as good as maintaining the current situation. At least she is still the head of the harem in name. It's not like you don't know anything. So this time, she is going to officially tell Chenmo the existence of this backup group and ask him what to do. There are thousands of girls waiting to apply to join. It's not a problem to keep refusing like this. Anxiously waiting for Chenmo to make a decision. Holy Terra. The counting of the harvest is proceeding rapidly. The entire snake human race personally took action to count their own planets. Which ones can be sold, and which ones will be useful in the future, they will know. The queen of the snake human race helped clean up the scattered cosmic life. This time the loot is fully counted. Chenmo believes that he is one step closer to Star God. And the Requiem that he was struggling with before also has funds. He can't wait to arrange the snake people so that all his planets can function perfectly. 20 plus top farming planets. What is this concept? It can continue to support him to build a huge empire. Holy Terra, this word will spread throughout the entire Star Soul world. Standing beyond Holy Terra, looking down at this civilization with unlimited potential, Chenmo was excited. The half-god maid stands on the left and right, standing in the void. And across the battlefield, countless Star Soul Masters recorded this scene. Master, I got the artifact. At this time, the snake human queen came over with a transparent shield. There is a red light flickering inside. Chenmo looked at the dragon god, gift, in front of him. How can there be time to deal with Luo Bing's small problems? Dragon God had already sent him sharp claws and scales before. This time, the gift is a small piece of blood vessel. Looks like, and is alive. Inside the cover, it is still twisting and struggling, and its activity is very sufficient. Master, according to my research, this should be the blood vessel of the lizard dragon. I have summarized its information according to your request. A dragon god blood vessela. Origin. The spoils obtained in the battle of the Temple of Heaven, the obtainer is Chenmo, the strong star soul. In the long history, a powerful cosmic god was born in the star area on the edge of the Temple of Heaven, and the other party called himself the dragon god Momaris. The dragon god player accommodates the rebellious character of the Temple of Heaven, and is powerful and cunning. He likes to give some organs to his servants to facilitate positioning, or to enhance the strength of his subordinates. Description. This strange blood vessel has obviously been transformed by the knowledge of the gods, and has quite idealistic characteristics. It can absorb a lot of flesh and blood, and its vitality is amazing, but I think it comes more from the characteristics of the dragon god itself. From this, it can be deduced that the dragon god itself has very tenacious vitality and is good at absorbing various energies. Remarks. When using this kind of item, it is easy to be eroded by the dragon god, gradually manipulated by it, and the coordinates will be locked by the opponent at the first time. It is precisely for this reason that the engineer said that it is currently impossible to infect and control this blood vessel, unless the dragon god actively cuts off the connection. Can I use this ability to reversely lock the dragon god's position? When Chenmo saw the remark, the first idea that popped into his mind was to take advantage of this benefit. Yes. For the rest of the people, this artifact is a hot potato. I dare not use it even if I get it. Either destroy it, or shield it heavily and seal it up. But for the location discovered by the dragon god, Chenmo itself doesn't matter at all. Although he has already mastered the technology of crossing planets, he can completely relocate Holy Terra to another location. But Chenmo didn't intend to do that. It is hanging the dragon god. Coupled with this blood vessel, it must be itchy with hatred. But I grew up extremely fast. One more evolutionary leap. It's useless to have the dragon god interfere. I can secretly infect the blood vessel of parasite. At that time, the dragon god won't be able to escape. Next, Chenmo asked Oran to seal up this blood vessel on the bastion for observation at any time. It stands to reason that it would be safer to place it on Terra. However, if Chenmo opens the channel to the mother star, this blood vessel will be purified. so it can only be placed on the mothership first. Done these, Chen Mo ordered the rest of the Star Soul Masters to be driven away. He himself returned to the manor of Holy Terra, ready to count the harvest. Also check out Purify Oran at the end. Not long, sisters Irene, the Mermaid Queen, and Oran, the Snake Human Queen, appeared in the manor one after another, neatly lined up, standing in front of Chen Mo. All are superb. 3 demigods, 1 god, top combat power. Chapter 269 Charming Snake Girl. Crazy send warmth. 2 more. FK. What did the charming snake girl offer just now? Chen Mo's side has left. But in the scene just now, the queen offered the treasure. It was seen by many Star Soul Lords. Artifact. That movement is not small, especially when it is taken out from the body of the demigod universe life. There was even a dazzling red light, and Oran, the queen of the snake human race, took a little effort to get it. Is it an artifact? That's right, it must be. Dragon God minions are coming to attack. The leader must rely on something. Dragon God must have given treasures. I wipe it. Artifact, it's the first time I've seen you in this life. Hurry up and take a group photo. Let's go. Chen Mo chased people away. Ha ha ha. I took a picture. It's definitely an artifact, and it's still alive. I don't know what it does. Hiss. This is the dragon god's claws and teeth have been exploded, and the artifacts have exploded. Dragon God can bear this. Why don't you just call him Turtle God? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So to say that Chen Mo's combat power is simply an exaggeration. It's just a home game. I don't think it's a real skill. The Dragon God is just afraid of the Star God. The trolls upstairs are probably killed by minions blessed by the Dragon God in minutes. These minions are holding divine weapons, which Star Soul Master present can resist. The last scene of this big melon. It caused many Star Soul Lords to discuss again. Now, Chen Mo has undoubtedly become a hot topic in the theater. And no one treats him like an ordinary rookie anymore. Speaking of Chen Mo, many people are the same as the rookie area, directly titled the word, Big Brother. Chen Mo got the artifact without even using it himself. Instead, hand it over to your subordinates. There is too much news revealed here. More analytical. The more people feel colder in their hearts. Chen Mo is very confident in his ability to control this god-level servant. More than that, when you see the baby, don't you want to play with it? Chen Mo didn't look at the 2 treasures in front of him. What does that mean? Wait, isn't there only one artifact? Could it be my eyesight? The queen of the snake human clan, isn't it a god, a weapon? Can't it be used? Someone said something. For a while, everyone was silent. They know, Chen Mo has received too many rewards. And they ran empty, wasting energy in vain, and some people were even hanged and beaten by the life of the universe. Even more unlucky. Hey, isn't that my infiltration team's equipment? After being wiped out by all life in the universe, it all fell into Chen Mo's hands. Mine too. Equipment worth tens of millions. Chen Mo is tied for the deal. FK. Mine too. I said it looks familiar. I am a mighty Star Soul expert, but in this way, Chen Mo cut off a wave of leaks. Okay. I will remember. Without exception, all the Star Soul Lords who came here thinking of taking advantage. All suffered losses. Fortunately, only hundreds of thousands of travel expenses were lost. The unlucky thing is that when they were in the Hydra constellation, the entire infiltration team was wiped out by the life of the universe, and the loss exceeded tens of millions. I'm in tears. Boss Chen Mo is so rich. I rushed over here to send equipment, resources, and attention. Thank you for the warmth from the boss upstairs. Let us eat melons for free. This battle scene, it's free whoring, it's comfortable. The Temple of Heaven gives top quality beauties and planets. Life in the universe gives artifacts and flesh and blood. Our Lord of Star Soul gives attention and equipment. Big Brother Chen Mo a smile. We all have a bright future. 666. Chen Mo is awesome. A Star Soul Master said angrily. Chen Mo planned this beforehand, right? Hurry up and return our equipment to us. Yes, just take it away without saying a word. Damn, this is robbing us in disguise. Don't be afraid, everyone, unite. Don't we have a Star Soul strong boss? He can bully the newcomers and take the equipment of our Star Soul Master. If you don't take it back, everyone will take it yourself. Yeah, there are so many loot scattered on the battlefield. I don't want too much, just the round trip fee. Blood back. There was a Star Soul Lord who suffered too much loss, so he cried out directly. Certainly, he certainly wouldn't dare to do it himself. But since there are stars and souls who are strong and have losses, then his courage suddenly became stronger. Chen Mo dared to drive them away. It's not just kicking on the iron plate. Can the Star Soul Master have no temper? Even if he doesn't have one, but everyone is going crazy, setting him up on the fire. This face, let's see if Chen Mo wants to give it. Certainly. Next moment, they discovered that such a small trick was completely useless. From the beginning to the end, Chen Mo didn't look at the chat area. As for the army of monsters driving them here, looking at Leviathan, which is more than 20 kilometers away. Especially the sharp claws slid gently, and the powerful cosmic life body was directly divided. Leviathan is assisting in transporting the body of life in the universe. Seeing this scene, many knowledgeable Star Soul Lords saw their eyelids twitch. This, if it touches their soldiers, there is no way to stop them. Star Soul powerhouses can see more clearly. He didn't say a word, and let his own people run away. Just pretend you haven't seen the comments on the internet. Slip away. Farewell. This can't be provoked. For a while, the Star Soul Masters who were still trying not to leave retreated one after another. Looking for Chen Mo to get back the equipment. I didn't see the boss and just slipped away. People like them go up. It's disgusting that they don't send enough. There are millions of corpses on the battlefield, and hundreds of thousands of servants. Looks like a lot. The booty is scattered everywhere. But the efficiency of the parasite core naturally needless to say. It didn't take long, and it was cleaned up. The cosmic life corpses stretching for hundreds of kilometers, the mountain of corpses and the sea of AA blood, are directly divided, which looks quite shocking. Such a scene. Many Star Soul Lords who left last stood on their heads. The scene of the battle though they didn't see it. But the process of disposing of corpses and collecting trophies smells like a heartless machine. A 0 for Flower Sa. Many Star Soul Masters who spoke in vain just now felt chills in their hearts. Chen Mo's strength is too terrifying. Even if we are the same Star Soul Master as him, we are definitely not opponents. His legion is too terrifying. Not to mention the variety, they are all horrific. The key is that you are so smart that you dare to threaten us. What's even more shameful is that it actually succeeded. Some people were scared away without saying a word, but I won't say who it is. I suspect that the person who said it at the beginning just wanted to imitate the Temple of Heaven and send warmth to Chen Mo. I told you that licking a dog will kill you. Hee hee. If it wasn't for some people's pretending, I wouldn't be so hot-headed that I would come here and force Chen Mo to make money, and I would cry silently because of my blood loss. More said. The lost Star Soul Masters became even angrier. Of course they knew that there would be losses for the Temple of Heaven and the Dragon God. But never expected, Chen Mo had no loss at all. How is this possible? If you continue to play like this, wouldn't it be Chen Mo's infinite violence? Then they chose the Battle of Tianshan Temple. Wouldn't it mean that they would not be able to get any results by then? Just like this time. Eat it dry. Just thinking about it is terrifying. Many newcomers who had just chosen the Battle of the Temple of Heaven almost cried. At this moment, what they need most is the record. Many veterans also have a sense of urgency. Chen Mo didn't know. He just gave an order casually, and there was a sense of urgency in the entire theater. Many Star Soul Masters, especially those close to the battle zone, all felt that the income should be reduced. Chen Mo competes directly with them. At the same time, many people feel that Chen Mo has not fully demonstrated his strength. After all, it seems to be easy to do. These people actually guessed right. Things turned out like this. Chen Mo was also totally unexpected. At first, he was just preparing to destroy the snake human race. Unexpectedly, the snake human race was useful, so it was changed to looting. Just looting. Who would have thought that the queen of the snake human race was so upright? Chen Mo went whoring for nothing in comfort. Then there is the Temple of Heaven, which comes directly to deliver food. Of course, Dragon God's fooling and Chen Mo's timely response are indispensable. Waiting for the wave of Dragon God minions and Star Soul Lord. It was pure luck. After the Star Soul Masters came over for a while, Chen Mo started to drive away. Just want to see. Is there any more? After all, wave after wave, he feels endless. As for the attitude of the Star Soul Lords, Chen Mo didn't care at all. He is very clear that the Star Soul Lord at this time is completely out of competition for him. His opponents are the Temple of Heaven and the Dragon God. The new goal is to destroy the Temple of Heaven and explore the source of the ancient gods. And the cultivation of the snake race. Holy Terra. In the manner, Israel is alluring. Looking at Oran, queen of the snake people, Chen Mo couldn't help being excited. The other party has a lot of source, knowledge and knowledge. Chapter 270 Chen Mo observation post disbanded. Begging to sell knowledge. One more. The rookie area was in a bleak state at the moment. Especially the old Chen Mo observation post. The organizers inside, Lu Fan, Li Long and others, fell silent. At the beginning they said they were going to beat Chen Mo and unite together to communicate with each other. Let Chen Mo have nowhere to hide, and will no longer suppress them. However, some geniuses who were not in a hurry to clamor and became administrators were very fortunate. Otherwise, it would be very embarrassing at this time. Because someone is questioning, is this post bar still necessary? Yeah, we can't observe others anymore. Ridiculous. Where's Wang Yifeng? Tell me something. Why don't you disband this post, so as not to be embarrassing? It's okay, we're just ashamed, those top geniuses, who are eager to learn from Chen Mo and join the battle of the Temple of Heaven, that's a disaster. It's not only embarrassing, but also life-threatening. But 500 is not. They went to get a penny and didn't get any benefits. Many people's equipment was still in Chen Mo's hands. 5 of the top 10 on the rookie list have gone, it's going to be cold. It's so dangerous. I was almost inspired by the internet, seeing how much money Chen Mo earns. If I didn't oversleep, I probably would have gone. It's a good thing Wang Yifeng didn't go this time, otherwise, with his style, he wouldn't have contributed 100 billion to Chen Mo. Chen Mo is too cruel. It's a dead end if you go to a demigod. If you want to challenge him, you must at least start with a god. Damn it. Have you counted the trading items listed by Chen Mo? Once all the transactions are successful, the sum of these funds can directly hang us all up and fight. Con. Have you been beaten already? It doesn't matter to me if I have strength, but this level of wealth has already beaten me. No, my father has been beaten, woo woo woo. I can't accept it. Hiss, the resources of the entire snake human mother planet, plus the million-strong army of the Temple of Heaven, and hundreds of thousands of minions of the Dragon God have harvested the resources of so many people. This is a hair. More than that, I also took thousands of Star Soul Masters equipment, and the equipment of their infiltration team is not bad at all. Even if it is 1 million, it is not a small sum. I don't know if it will be sold. Or give it back to them. Also, you're not from the rookie zone just now. Boss Chen Mo didn't ask you for extra compensation, so just have fun. Boss Chen Mo shouldn't care about those Star Soul Masters. At this point, who else wants to follow Chen Mo's record? Still messing around. I really can't even eat shit. Learn a way of thinking from Chen Mo. Boss Mo can do it, we can't. Many rookies and geniuses couldn't help but sigh with emotion. At the beginning, many people wanted to imitate Chen Mo's appearance, and went straight to the Battle of Tianshan Temple, and then hanged and beat Tianshan Temple, recruited maids, became the master of Star Soul, and reached the pinnacle of life. Now carefully examine the gap between myself and Chen Mo, and realize that it is overthinking. What they should worry about now is, wait until they have survived the rookie stage before rushing to the Temple of Heaven. Is there any suitable area for them to fight in this war zone? The areas with low difficulty are all searched by Chen Mo. They can only chew hard bones. The gap with Chen Mo will only become more and more exaggerated. Not only them, but also the Star Soul Lords were anxious in their hearts. In this case, especially Chen Mo's method of obtaining records and resources like a whale. They get no benefit at all. After all, before the Battle of the Temple of Heaven is over, they can't move to other places. I want to go on a big expedition, but I don't have the guts. The strength is not enough. But in the Battle of Tianshan Temple, if Chen Mo got most of the results in the end, wouldn't they do it for nothing? Of course, at this time, many Star Soul powerhouses are only paying attention to Chen Mo. I didn't think he would be a strong competitor. You are indeed the rookie king, and you have the demeanor of my past. The person upstairs just asked who is the Star Soul powerhouse. Pretend. I'm really curious, how did Chen Mo subdue the 2 slave races, and how did he get such a big battleship, which seems to be able to break through? Chen Mo relied on this mothership to pull the snake human mother planet over. If I have the ability to go to the Temple of Heaven to create a planet every day, I will earn blood. I'm so curious too. I wonder if Mr. Chen Mo has systematic training knowledge. I guess so. You see, the Murlocs and snake humans have gods, so they must have their own knowledge system. Mr. Chen Mo must have used this kind of knowledge himself. I wonder if it can be sold. should first submit the large library to verify the security. According to the time, it's almost too soon. I really hope that Mr. Chen Mo will come out quickly. I'm the first one. Ah, can the knowledge of using tiburium ore be sold? I beg you to know Mr. Chen Mo, match me up, and I will give you a 1 million referral fee. I'm convinced, expecting the Federation to reward some knowledge, it's like killing him. Chen Mo's knowledge is so much that he can sell it, and now he has his own knowledge system. I wonder if Chen Mo is having an affair with Lady Luck. Haha, don't tell me, there really is a goddess of luck in Tianshan Temple. You can ask her if she got married with Chen Mo. It's not impossible. After all, even the snake human queens can join Chen Mo. Chen Mo's luck is really good. The most terrifying thing is that his exclusive race is also very scary. It seems that it will be a matter of time to become a star god. 0a cubed. Brothers, don't you think it's too coincidental? Tianshan Temple likes to give them away so much, and they send them to Chen Mo every time. I wonder if it's because the goddess of luck knelt and licked Chen Mo in secret long ago, and then frantically gave away the head to give Chen Mo points. Chen Mo is cheating. Don't even mention it, it's really possible. In this way, when the goddess of luck comes over, Chen Mo will be directly raised by her as the master of the star soul, and maybe even get into the upper echelon. Doesn't this revitalize the situation in disguise? Damn, if you say that, this is a big chess game. The big chess party is almost done. I think it's simply Chen Mo's awesomeness. When he is overwhelmed with dominance, Lady Luck wants to join him. Damn, combine with the Temple of Heaven to collect points, I really can't think of this way. Anyway, Chen Mo opens the stone hammer. For a while, many Star Soul Masters on the theater channel complained one after another. Exactly. That's right, Chen Mo is such a jerk. I said that the record all the way is crazy. This is the report from the Temple of Heaven. Especially many newcomers directly exploded the pot. Because it really is good luck. Just this time. Just can't understand. A battle. Brutally continued Chen Mo for 3 games. They are all delivered separately. It really makes people look stupid. This operation is impossible for outsiders to see. I quit the post, and I will not have any communication with Chen Mo in the future. Me too, it's too embarrassing to stay here. Hurry up, don't be screenshotted by someone in 4.6, when the boss Chen Mo finds out, it will influence me to work under his command. Have you heard of the group, Chen Mo Support Group? It's full of beautiful girls who support Chen Mo, I'm going to sneak in. Hee, I'm the pretty girl already in there. Get out, 88 everyone, soon. There is no one in Chen Mo's observation post. Several administrators were silent. What can they say? Just pretend you didn't see it. Imagine when the post was first created, you're calling the wind and calling the rain. Wang Yifeng sighed. Discuss with several administrators, and everyone agrees to disband directly. Continuing to keep this post is purely to make myself unhappy. Although disbanding is also embarrassing. But taking advantage of the present, everyone is discussing Chen Mo's ability, they secretly disbanded. There shouldn't be too many people paying attention. Chapter 271. Obsessive Object. The response of the Genius Tribe. 2 more. Inside the Chen Mo Support Group, it was bustling right now. The matter of Chen Mo is further fermented. After the excitement. More people discovered this backup group. Especially after the disbandment of Chen Mo's observation post. Actually many people moved their minds. Join in too. Luo Bing. Okay, don't add any more people. We haven't seen you here usually. Exactly. Goddess Luo Bing is right. Sisters, don't pull people anymore, we are enough. Indeed, some girls feel that they are not newcomers. It's outrageous. Just now, there was a strong star soul who wanted to join in. He also said that he had done business with Chen Mo, and he would agree. She's thinking about shit. Brother Chen Mo is very popular in the whole war zone, too many people want to get close. Yeah, our support group was suddenly discovered by many people. But here, not everyone can enter. Boss Chen Mo is very strong, we can't be too bad. Let's not talk about ordinary people, they are not qualified to discuss Chen Mo with us. It's too strong. I watched Chen Mo's last supervisory battle video more than a dozen times, and it's already. Oops, I can't, my legs are weak, and I can't walk at all. Just weak legs. I have a showdown, Mr. Chen Mo is the object of my lust. Inside the backup 30 regiment, it was very lively. And not only here, various small circles and big channels are also talking about it. However, unlike most theater channels, the atmosphere in the Genius Tribe group is rather weird. Here is also discussing Chen Mo. But among them, what was discussed more was about the influence Chen Mo brought to them. Because the Genius Tribe is a group that is relatively close to the edge during the Battle of the Temple of Heaven, and is dominated by the Genius Star Soul Lords in the eastern region. The fringe area, the Genius Star Master, these two coincide with Chen Mo, they think. They also saw Chen Mo's search ability. They believed that when Chen Mo launched a full-scale offensive, he would definitely form a direct competition with them. The attack direction of both sides is the same. At that time, the good planet of the Temple of Heaven may be snatched by Chen Mo. If they just grab one or two, they don't care. But when they asked about Chen Mo's past record, many people were shocked. Swallow. They are all wiped clean from one area to another. If your strategy area coincides with Chen Mo's, you might not get anything. Brothers, I'm in big trouble. The area I'm going to attack next is near the Hydra constellation, W. When Chen Mo directly sweeps over, I'm sure I won't get any results. You change the place, I'm also facing the same problem, it's difficult. If it's difficult, don't do it. Why the hell are we asked to change places? There are only so many suitable areas to attack. Although we are all good hands, we are only limited to the Star Soul Master stage. We don't have many options. Quote, give up the high quality area. I'm not reconciled. It's not as serious as you said. Chen Mo is alone. No matter how strong he is, he can't eat too many places. I also think what you say is too scary. Don't be disturbed by the internet. I found that everyone likes to brag about others. Maybe Chen Mo is not that good at all. There are too many planets and the opponent may not be able to manage them. Can't manage it. Do you know the two servant races of Chen Mo? They are both races counting in the billions, and they are the best in themselves. It is really suitable for them to manage the planet. And I doubt that Chen Mo has relatively advanced planet transformation knowledge. When the time comes, no planet will be spared. He will definitely not dislike the fact that there are many living planets under his command. Well, even if he manages it, it will take time. It will take at least a year for an agricultural planet to take shape, and a lot of resources will be invested. It is impossible for Chen Mo to have that much money. We hurry up. Chen Mo is here to share the firepower, it's a good thing. Good sir, share the firepower, doesn't that mean the record? I'd rather grind it out by myself and play mahjong back and forth with the Temple of Heaven. Would you like to eat Chen Mo's leftovers? Someone asked directly and bluntly. For a while, the entire tribe of geniuses was left speechless. Everyone is a genius, the top meteor soul master in this area. Such words cannot be said in any way. In fact, if Chen Mo wasn't too strong, no one would want to discuss this kind of issue at all. Too bad. Usually they complain about some morons, and at the same time they are looking for opportunities for win-win cooperation. But any wise man can see. The civilization developed by Chen Mo is unusual. The ability to expand is terrifying. Any one of them competes alone. No, they are not qualified to compete at all. You can only loot a little bit before Chen Mo comes, and when Chen Mo comes, it will be a storm. FKU. Everyone is capable, so don't be intimidated by the opponent's record. After all, doesn't he just have an extra goddess? If it weren't for the backing of a god, would we be able to see him more? For the rest of the combat power, we need soldiers, we have them, and we need starships, we have more. His starship is thicker and bigger than ours, I admit this. But they are all used to plunder planets, as long as they can beat the Temple of Heaven. The extra power is just the cannon hitting mosquitoes. Besides, the other party obviously didn't have a requiem. It's just a turtle shell with a dark sky. What we are really afraid of is the gods. A god can suppress a planet, and the other party may bring a lot of knowledge. Quote. That's right. Chen Mo is nothing but gods and people. Hey, if there is a god who is so forthright with all his wealth, it would be great to come to seek refuge with me. You don't dare to accept it. We're not playing that game. Don't worry, let's unite and quickly get rid of the Temple of Heaven in this area. It's time to let go of your prejudices and cooperate sincerely. The people in this area are very rich. At present, the Federation will not allocate more Star Soul Masters here. We have a guaranteed income. Hurry up. The more we attack the city, the less Chen Mo will get. Quote. We take this opportunity to really unite, and the development speed must be very fast. When Chen Mo realizes it, he can only eat what we have left. Ha. Indeed. Brothers, this is not only a crisis, but also an opportunity for us, so seize it. For a moment, the entire genius tribe became emotional. This plan has been approved by most people. Everyone is a genius, pretentious. If it wasn't for the appearance of the monster Chen Mo, it is impossible for them to find the step of uniting with each other. But now that we have reached this point, they believe miracles are only a matter of minutes. After all, each of them is very capable. Many other groups also held similar discussions. But they are far less urgent. So stop there. Certainly, everyone is paying attention to the actions of the genius tribe. At the same time, many people also envy them. After all, this cooperation is a great thing for the relatively weak Star Soul Lord. If you can join them for a share of the pie and eat a big pot of rice, it will be so refreshing. 370 inches. I beg you to join the genius tribe. Damn, I really want to be in the battle zone in that direction, so I can wrestle with Chen Mo. So many geniuses and powerhouses unite. This is simply a grand event. The tribe of geniuses is awesome. If you don't see it, you don't know it, and you will be shocked. There are actually 10 of the top 100 newcomers. Don't be ashamed, there are so many geniuses, and they have to hug each other to keep warm. Hee, you are a BCH, we are facing the facts squarely. As geniuses, we are more aware of the gap, and because of this, we are confident that we will make it to Chen Mo. Indeed, I'm afraid I won't recognize the situation. Everyone is so pragmatic, so I feel relieved and beg to join the genius tribe. I will pay 10 million dues, okay. 10 million, that's a bit low. Quote. Looking at Chen Mo's backup team, all have to be video reviewed, and the pass rate is 99%. We can't ask for less. Right, the grade must be high. However, this discussion did not last long. Because soon, Chen Mo's harvest has all been sorted out. Trading platform, all listed. For a while, everyone is left with envy, jealousy and hatred. The transaction information is swiped. All in one color, all transaction information released by the same person. Some people just got up and thought they were dazzled. Is there a problem with the trading platform? Turning over a dozen pages in a row. It is a person named Chen Mo who is selling items. Even more outrageous is that, among them, there is even a complete set of Star Soul World equipment. Crazy. Don't you need this equipment yourself? And that's not the craziest. And knowledge. Chen Mo put up knowledge for auction again. Chapter 272. Automate massive transactions. Everyone was stunned. One more. At this time, as long as the trading channel is opened. And select several tags such as Tianshan Temple, Lord of Star Soul, etc. In chronological order, what came out was all Chen Mo's merchandise. Densely packed, all of them. Sell the 8th level set of Tianshan Temple, 90% new. There are currently 10,000 sets remaining. A. Price. 500,000 sets. A. Seller. Chen Moa. Sell the legendary level set of the Temple of Heaven, 99 new, beautiful snake girl for personal use. There are currently 100 sets left. If you want to buy it, hurry up. A. Price. 10 million sets. A. Seller. Chen Moa. Sell tiberium ore, green form 100 tons, blue form 1 ton, free shipping. Price. The average price at the time of purchase in the ore market. A. Seller. Chen Moa. The interface of the trading platform flipped all the way. Almost all such information. There are too many types of Chen Mo to sell. Even if he has packaged the same thing into a transaction message. Still swiping the screen. There is so much to sell. Moreover, many ore corpses or ores have a strict shelf life. Storage conditions are strict. Chen Mo doesn't want these things to occupy the warehouse for a long time. If possible, I hope to pack and dispose of it within a day. Of course, with the incomparably huge market of Star Soul World, it is not a problem to consume these resources. And he is receiving great attention at this moment, relying on the fame of the Rookie King. The speed of selling goods is also extremely fast. As Chen Mo continues to put goods on the shelves, including knowledge, the entire war zone channel exploded. Everyone was discussing, how much did Chen Mo earn? Now, here comes the most intuitive feeling. Face the impact of the boss's harvest. No one can stand it. Many people exclaimed. Some girls have stars in their eyes. Ah, Dad Chen Mo, it's a lot, it's too much money. Oh my god, it's the first time I've seen someone selling so many things. Although they're not the most valuable, the quantity is definitely the highest in the entire war zone. In Star Soul Lord, no one has sold so many things at once, right? If I remember correctly, there really wasn't. The most time was a rookie king 3 years ago, who sold almost half of Chen Mo's resources. It's incomparable. That person has accumulated for several months. Chen Mo just participated in the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. It's just one day. One day, Chen Mo has been selling things one after another since the beginning of the war. Well, I don't think Chen Mo has accumulated for a minute. It's just that there are too many things to count. Woo, I cried with envy. Are you crazy? Snake Girl's own equipment is here. 100 sets of legendary equipment. Good guy, do you even have stockings for sale? Yes, it's just the equipment of our Star Soul Lord. It's really windy and cloudy. Everything that has passed has been searched clean. So if you compete with Chen Mo, the pressure is really high. Quote. But having said that, whose infiltration team is wearing stockings, yet many people buy them? After all, it's original. There are tens of thousands of Star Soul Masters, and the leader of the color batch should say less than 10 million. These materials add up, let alone about 100 billion. With so much money, I'll go, and I can arrange both the Requiem and the Dark Sky. This money is used for development, so it should be able to steadily advance to the Star Soul powerhouse. At least the Star God. The Star God is exaggerating, but becoming a powerful Star Soul Master is not a problem. Can you stop talking about it? A group of old eunuchs, discussing how the Emperor favors court ladies here. Indeed, we may not be able to imagine how the local tyrants spend their money. Woo. Compared with Chen Mo, my structure is as low as the center of the earth. I'm only able to condense the Star Soul now, and I'm at least 3 stages behind Chen Mo. I plan to use a year to learn from the Master Chen Mo, and follow in the footsteps of the Master, step by step. Great perseverance upstairs. It's different like me. Just lie flat, and send a resume to Mr. Chen Mo tomorrow, begging for a part-time job. FK, this is also a shortcut. Have you heard? There is a Chen Mo support group, which is very popular recently, and the administrator is the goddess Luo Bing. What do you think if I set up a Chen Mo fencing brotherhood? You are awesome. Speaking of which, there are so many materials for life in the universe. If you add them up, it's more than 100 billion. This part needs to be evaluated separately. If you meet a recognized buyer, the fluctuation will be huge, so it's hard to say. I've never seen so many cosmic beings in my whole life. It's like rotten fish and rotten shrimp, piled up like a mountain. It's outrageous. By the way, Mr. Chen Mo's knowledge is sold out. I don't know if the artifact will be sold or not. If it's an auction, I'll be the first to participate. The artifact is not something that you and I can get our hands on, but I want to participate in this knowledge. This should be rewarded by the Federation, and when the knowledge signed by Mr. Chen Mo arrives, I must get one. Hey, signature knowledge. This is usually only available to star gods. Leave a mark, the first step to eternal life, envy. Backquote. That's why Mr. Chen Mo is already preparing to become a star god. We have to work hard. Try to become a Star Soul powerhouse when Chen Mo becomes a star god. The cowhide upstairs, aren't you equivalent to 1/3 of Chen Mo's speed? Ha ha ha, I still need this bit of confidence. What if it happens? But I am currently the master of the powerful Star Soul, and the next step is almost there. 1/10 Chen Mo, barely. If you say that, I'll be 1% Chen Mo. I'm not humble anymore. I'm showing my cards. I'm 1/20th Chen Mo. For a while, everyone started to say how much Chen Mo they have. Everyone has recognized Chen Mo's ability. At this time, Chen Mo is so popular that everyone is talking about it. After all, you don't have to eat melons, but the trading platform is a place that every Star Soul Lord must pay attention to. Holy Terra. Chen Mo originally thought that he could get to know Oran, the queen of the snake human tribe, just by putting some goods on the shelves. Of course, cleanse first. It's not necessary for him to do it himself. Li Dezhao. Just let Oran move by himself. Chen Mo found himself underestimating the gains from the serial battle just now. Gained too much. It took him more than 10 minutes to complete the transmission of the information about the goods that needed to be put on the shelves. Not to mention the auction. You have to set the auction price, and you have to keep responding to other people's inquiries for some things. Especially the corpses of life in the universe. There are not many buyers here, so the price needs to be discussed privately. Dense information. Chen Mo's head swelled when he saw it. He simply reset the permissions on his watch, and asked the little fox to help him deal with it. With the help of biological mastermind. Return to you directly in seconds. All kinds of items were put on the shelves, and they swished directly, at the speed of light. Ever since, there was an amazing scene where a large amount of supplies were put on the shelves in an instant. Next moment, Chen Mo looked at the account balance. Skyrocketing numbers. Immediately stunned. Chapter 273 Huge Harvest. The goal is more than half completed. Withered flowers. 2 more. Chen Mo's transaction information has not been uploaded yet. It's already been sold over there. So the background data seems to respond very quickly. The increase is also exaggerated and scary. Don't see, don't know. This kind of intuitive digital beating, simple and rude income, quite exciting. You sell 1 piece of tiberium ore, earning 1 million yuan. Buyer. Wang Mo. Sell 100 sets of your Tiantian Temple 8th level suit, with an income of 50 million yuan. Buyer. Buyer of the Gray Steel Consortium. A currently owned funds. 53.4 billion. Just as Chen Mo was watching it, 53.4 billion beats directly came to 54.4 billion. Moment. 1 billion. Hiss. That's crazy. Even Chen Mo gasped. The speed at which money is made is not so fast when the nuclear-powered money printing machine is smoking. In just 10 seconds, the income is 1 billion. What is this concept? Many Star Soul Masters don't have so much money after working for a month. Look at the magic crystals and tiberium ore in your inventory. The warehouse can't fit anymore. Up to 10 tons in total. So much tiberium ore is enough for Chen Mo to make dozens of long-distance crossings. This is still a case of Chen Mo selling some of the worst ones. This wave is expected to have at least 150 billion resource revenues. It's crazy money. The goal of 200,000 37.7 billion I planned is directly completed, and more than half of it has been completed. Chen Mo laughed happily, very excited. His original plan was to use his own agricultural planet to obtain 100 billion in 1 month. Now it seems, progress is much faster than planned. The Temple of Heaven and the Dragon God have given too much. Not only has his resources greatly increased, but he has also acquired an additional enslaved race, the snake race. The snake people came here for refuge, and in addition to sending a beautiful god-level queen, the dowry was as high as hundreds of billions. The resources scavenged on the mother planet of the snake human race are about 100 billion. The sum of the Temple of Heaven and the Dragon God is about 50 billion. Certainly, this refers to the resource sold. The total value cannot be calculated. After all, Orin, the queen of the snake human tribe alone, cannot estimate the price. A god-level servant is also a beautiful snake girl. This kind of transaction is extremely rare in the world of Star Soul. Chen Mo has never seen it on the trading platform anyway. He believes that even if he bids 200 billion yuan, there will be buyers. Certainly, this is impossible. The value of the snake race is great. It is worth Chen Mo spending a little resources to cultivate. Besides, he doesn't need that little money now. In short, Chen Mo had already seen the citadel of the Cthulhu level and was waving to him. Star God, rub the stars with your hands, it seems to be coming soon. Until the snake human queen completes her purification, she calls softly. Chen Mo then took his eyes away from the watch. The beating numbers, after watching for a long time, the mood is not so excited. It seems to be the first time to obtain so many resources. But it's still due to being strong enough. If you don't have enough strength, you can't catch luck when it comes. I didn't expect this wave of dragon gods, but having the means to kill the gods keeps me invincible. The only pity is that the dragon god did not come. The power of spiritual idealism is extremely strong, and it is impossible to calculate the other party by using ordinary traps. But if the dragon god doesn't come, she can send minions in a steady stream to give me warmth. Thinking about it this way, Chen Mo felt no pity again. On the contrary, it can maximize the value of the dragon god. It's not easy to think about the other party. With such a distant star area, he still has to fight against himself. At this time, Ash also counted the gains from personnel. In this battle, Chen Mo infected and controlled more than 10 billion snake people. Among them, there are about 100 legends or above. Have to say, the snake people are indeed powerful. Ordinary natives, if they can have a legend, they are already very powerful. Under the painstaking management of Queen Oran, the number of legends of the snake people is 100 times that of the general calendar. It's no wonder that it can become a hot new race in the Temple of Heaven. But the more this is the case, the more difficult it is to reconcile the conflict between them and the snake people. It can be seen from this battle that the Jinn people didn't want to give full support at all. If they didn't want to take advantage later, they didn't want to come at all. At this time, the Jinn people as a whole are probably happy. After all, although they also have losses. But the strongest opponent disappeared directly. The interior of the Temple of Heaven is more harmonious. Of course, the fact that the snake people are so powerful does not mean that they are more talented than the Murlocs. It's just because Oran, the queen of the snake human tribe, directly distributed all the knowledge. If I hadn't come in time, the snake human race would have given birth to the city god soon. This hotbed is even more outrageous than Chenmo initially expected. According to the situation of the snake people, Chenmo readjusted the estimation of the return of the ancient gods. Dab concluded that, without his intervention, the ancient gods may begin to return within 10 years. After God Orlandon, the ancient god of the source, was actually half successful. However, after Chenmo appeared, he subdued Oran directly, and brought the Holy Terra to purify, preventing her resonance consciousness from being disturbed. After some operations, at this time, as long as you carefully check the legend among the snake people, there is no danger. If there is no accident, I can start to transform the land of the agricultural planet next. By making up for this shortcoming, every agricultural planet can reach a level close to the top. It just so happens that the snake people and the Murlocs actually have the same origin, and the transformation methods used are compatible with each other, and the two races will not conflict when used together. I have collected all the perfect knowledge of source on transforming the planet. Consume about 10 pieces of tiberium blue form ore, and you can transform and upgrade the agricultural planet once. Based on this calculation, I can transform almost 1,000 planets. Chenmo couldn't help smiling. This is of course impossible. First of all, life planets are not so easy to get. Currently, he has only about 30 qualified planetary governors. But if you train a governor, several training courses can be held to cultivate them in batches. I believe that Ash will have a perfect plan. He doesn't need to worry about it. In addition to selling various trophies and obtaining a large amount of funds, Chenmo also gained the rarest resource, knowledge. There are 3 main sources of knowledge. One is the Federation attention, the reward obtained. One is from Oran, the queen of the snake people. Finally, what Chenmo is most looking forward to is the combination of the knowledge of Irene and Oran. The first acquired knowledge, part of which is not needed by Chenmo. He listed directly on the trading platform. The price of knowledge is quite good. There will be a wave of auctions. If you meet someone who needs it, you can sell it at a very good price. Of course, there is a probability that it will not be sold. When the time comes, find another time and just auction it off. No matter what, Chenmo is definitely worth it. There are still stockings. The corner of Chenmo's mouth twitched. This is probably the personal item of a member of the Star Soul Lord's infiltration team. However, as long as it is a creation of the Star Soul world, people will buy it. Chenmo didn't care too much. Sell what you don't need. However, some of the unopened and used ones were kept and thrown in the manor. Daily necessities are always useful. The latter 2 kinds of knowledge are of high value, especially the knowledge of using tiberium ore and withering flowers. The former is not unique. You can try to sell it to a large mining company. The consortium should be very interested in this. Quote. Chenmo plans to contact the Grey Steel Consortium if he has time. But before that, his knowledge had to be recorded in the big library. Only when it is approved can it be officially circulated. In short, this step is beneficial and harmless. And it is necessary. Star Soul World has very strict management of foreign knowledge. So the process takes a lot of time. During the period, some scholars may come to discuss this knowledge face to face. And Lilia and Chenmo know each other. Maybe she will come. Moreover, Chenmo has now become famous in the first battle, and he has officially joined the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. Many experts may seek cooperation. In the process of trading knowledge, I can meet many masters. Certainly, Chenmo doesn't care much about these, he develops too fast. Currently, what he has to do is to use the withered flower to gain the opportunity to evolve. At the same time, with the help of the knowledge of Oran, the queen of the snake people, transform and upgrade the Holy Terra again. Master. Charming voice. At this time, Oran, the queen of the snake people, was also ready. Chapter 274 Master, you are awesome. Prepare to ascend to God. One more. Holy Terra. As a god, Oran, the queen of the snake human race, is extremely efficient. When Chen Mo checked the harvest, she had already sorted out the knowledge in her mind. And shared the part about ascension to the gods with Aishi. As the queen, Oran admires Ash very much. At the same time, he also knew why he was favored by the master. Everything, all originate from the source. I am collecting knowledge about the source, and the master is also there. And obviously, he has become the owner's collection object. So far it looks like the master seems to be satisfied with himself. She doesn't care so much about the current situation now. Look at Ash, who is living a very nourishing life. Maybe this is a good thing. At least the crisis-ridden situation of the entire snake human race disappeared. She is still godlike, but it directly lost a powerful enemy. At the same time, she was a little puzzled. Didn't Lady Luck give her a hand at the critical moment? What's more, she discovered that the internal rules of the Star Soul world were completely different from what she had imagined. At least it is different from what the Taishan temple advertised. Of course, maybe this is just because his master is special. Regarding this point, she was going to take the opportunity of communicating with Aishi to ask for advice. The other party may know how to get along with the master. To put it bluntly, how to please the owner. Oran was still not clear about this kind of question. She asked Ash, and she was indeed looking for the right person. At least Ash thinks that she has successful experience. She also often shares her successful experiences with her daughters. And it is also one of the reasons why Chen Mo is confused when facing the eyes of the mermaids every time he goes out. At this time, the mermaid queen Ash looked forward to it. The knowledge of the withered flower that she imagined before has been obtained. She told her master that this knowledge can make a powerful weapon. I believe the owner will be very happy. At the same time, the plan to use the red form of Tiberium ore to ascend to the gods can be carried out immediately. Soon, she will be a goddess. And these are all thanks to the master. Master, you are awesome. It's really amazing. I'm almost ready to ascend to the gods. She couldn't help smiling and narrowing her eyes. In the bottom of her heart, she is also full of energy. If you become a goddess, you will definitely be able to unlock more postures to serve the master. Knowledge, right? Hearing this, Chen Mo couldn't help but smiled. Very well, you can use the extra prepared ones from Olan for your advancement materials. Ash nodded immediately. Yes, I will definitely not let the master down. When she advances to God, she can also open the way for the Murlocs. At that time, follow-up promotion. It will be so much easier. After Chen Mo obtained the knowledge of withering flowers. Not in a hurry to make weapons right away. Instead, they arranged for Oran to upgrade the land on Terra. Fight to upgrade to Garden World. When these explanations are finished, it is already dark. While eating, Chen Mo checked his exclusive race information. A ratia. Mushroom. A propertia. Cluster creature. A levela. Level 2.0 civilization. A abilitia. Growth, devour, hallucination, toxin, parasitic, nerve, metal, electricity, high energy, gravity, perception, brain wave, self-destruct, space. A Tima. 997. Overall evaluation. The overlord of the star area. At present, the number of your ethnic group has exceeded 10 trillion, and the infection has spread to more than 2 star regions, infected and controlled more than 20 living planets. In the control area, it is in an absolute hegemony level dominance. Your will is the will of the entire star area. The influence brought about by your every move is no longer limited to a mere planet. Even the power of the gods like the Temple of Heaven has begun to pay continuous attention to you. Your civilization has reached the level of Civilization 2.0. This is a watershed, further up, will gradually touch the core power of Ideal and Gene. After continuously looting the Temple of Heaven and Dragon God, my exclusive race has reached level 2.0 civilization. It is the kingdom of God. The power of idealism will develop rapidly. Of course, the power of genes is the root of all this. Now I have 2 evolutionary opportunities in hand, and I can go further at any time. As for the resources consumed by evolution, perfectly enough for the moment. Chen Mo's eyes sparkled, looking forward to it. Level 2.0 civilization can basically unlock most of the knowledge. The consciousness disturbance he can resist has also been strengthened a lot. Even if ordinary gods are stronger than Chen Mo at this time, they can't do anything to Chen Mo with consciousness disturbance alone. A0. and the funds on hand have reached the 100 billion mark at this time. It is equivalent to 3 to 5 years' income of an ordinary star soul powerhouse. As for the newcomers, compared with Chen Mo, even poor ghosts can't compare. On cash alone, Chen Mo is richer than many star soul powerhouses at this time. After all, no one saves money, and everyone tries to convert it into strength. So much cash can be said to be extremely astonishing. Except for the funds required for evolution. There was also more than enough money to build Requiem. It can also be prepared to upgrade and transform the bastion again to make it completely resurrected. If you're lucky, the Mermaid Sisters, you can also start preparing to ascend to the gods. 0. The reason why I say it depends on luck. It is because part of the knowledge and cosmic life corpses sold by Chen Mo are auctioned. In the case of auction, the price fluctuation is relatively large. The more you sell, the more income you get. It's time for the Cthulhu-class mothership. There are at least 2 servants of the gods. Believe in this war zone, no one can fight with Russia. The Temple of Heaven will also greatly miscalculate my strength. Chen Mo couldn't help smiling. It's not that he underestimated the Temple of Heaven. It is really his strength. After each battle, it will immediately skyrocket. Cannot be inferred by common sense. Chen Mo's smile immediately attracted Asha's attention. The beautiful eyes flowed, and she looked at it without blinking. At this time, Chen Mo also looked over. Oran, as his woman, of course has preferential treatment. Resources are sufficient at the moment. She also said she was sure. Then get ready to ascend to God. This moment. Chen Mo has also been looking forward to it for a long time. This will be the first god he has cultivated with his own hands. This time, ascension to the gods will definitely succeed. I will have a god level made. Still excellent. Chen Mo spoke directly, very confident, directly under definition. So, the success rate can be further enhanced. While aside, hearing Chen Mo's words, the Mermaid Queen blushed slightly. Hey, do you want to be so direct? There are other people beside me. Chapter 275 Ash blushes. Having an affair with Lady Luck. 2 more. Mermaid Queen Ash blushed. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Chen Mo smiled. His eyes fell on the beautiful queen. Certainly, if his words are heard by other newcomers. Afraid to vomit blood directly. After all, you have waited a long time for less than a month. Seriously speaking, Chen Mo actually took Queen Ash under his command, and it hasn't been a month yet. Within a short time, from the 9th rank, all the way to the current peak demigod. Going to God soon. This speed has to be said to be very explosive. If the news spreads, I wonder if we can let the races in the Temple of Heaven come to seek refuge. Chen Mo couldn't help thinking. Certainly, he doesn't like ordinary races either. Even if he came to vote, he could not give corresponding treatment. It can only be directly classified into the Parasite Legion, and the racial appearance cannot be preserved. After all, if anyone comes, they will be treated the same. Wouldn't it be unfair for the slave race that followed him? For him, it's not worth it. Promising to maintain the original race form, Chen Mo will also consume resources. And in case the race is unattractive, Chen Mo is equivalent to September 10th, making himself uncomfortable. Absolutely unnecessary. Observe carefully. Chen Mo also summed up Ash's information. It can be compared with after ascending to the gods. A name, Ashia, status, peak demigod, special, consciousness, resonance body. A position, governor of ocean planet, queen of mermaid, instructor of knowledge dissemination. Remarks. The powerful individual at the birth source of the Murlocs has been clearly proven to be dead, but according to detailed investigations, its disturbance of consciousness is still spreading in a large area and continues to have an impact. The queen is the one who is most suitable for this disturbance of consciousness. By cultivating her, you can steal the knowledge of a certain mysterious ancient god. This knowledge is mainly concentrated in the 2 directions of transformation and growth. Perhaps this indicates where the authority of the ancient gods lies. Note, if it is not purified and kept under control, the queen will think that she is a reincarnation of the ancestor in a certain sense, and try to return to the god body to revive the ancient god. Advanced requirements. 500 tiburium ores, 100 kilograms of manganese ore, 2 tons of high-purity magic crystals. Using red tiburium ores can greatly increase the success rate of ascending to the gods. Special reminder. If the ascension to God is successful, the disturbance of consciousness will be greatly enhanced, and the ability to explore the source will be greatly enhanced. There is a probability that some knowledge about the source will be sorted out on the spot. The resources needed for this ascension to the gods are really terrifying. If it was before, I would rather let Ash accumulate slowly and advance slowly. But now, with these materials, he is equivalent to whoring Oran for nothing. No, strictly speaking, he is the goddess of luck for nothing. Oran planned at the beginning to form an alliance with the goddess of luck as an agreement, and let the other party resource her a fortune. Now, this agreement will be invalidated naturally. All the resources are in the hands of Chen Mo. Hee, goddess of luck. Speaking of it, it's also destined. I don't know what the other party's plan is. Chen Mo couldn't help thinking. Certainly, the opponent is the veteran god of the Temple of Heaven. They are very famous in the entire Tianshan Temple, and Chen Mo is not yet able to fight against them. But Chen Mo has a hunch that they will meet again in the future. This is a premonition from the Star Soul powerhouse. Certainly, Chen Mo didn't watch the War Zone channel. In fact, gossip about him having an affair with Lady Luck has spread everywhere. After all, for things that are too outrageous, people are always obsessed with seeking explanations that they can understand. And this explanation sounds very reasonable to people. And many people believe it. Have a leg, I think it has a cannon. Indeed, it is said that it will be very unlucky to meet the goddess of luck. I think Mr. Chen Mo's luck is as good as heaven. I can't see where the blessing of goddess of luck in the Temple of Heaven is displayed, and I was hanged all the way. It's crazy, the Tianshan Temple is giving away heads like this, and it won't be long before most of the Tianshan Temple will belong to Chen Mo. I swear, Chen Mo definitely planted an inner ghost in the Temple of Heaven, and made a crazy record. Admiration, this is the real boss. Envy Chen Mo boss. Holy Terra, Chen Mo is still observing his maid carefully. The Mermaid Queen looked very excited at this time, her white skin was also slightly pink. With the encouragement of Chen Mo. At this time, her confidence is also very high. And she knows that this is not just encouragement, it really has real power. At the beginning, the Mermaid Queen was only the third expert in the clan, and in terms of talent, the twin sisters were even higher than her. However, under the training of Chen Mo, she grew up extremely fast. Coupled with becoming a family, the strength has improved by leaps and bounds. After Chen Mo's 2 leaps of evolution, Ash also became stronger together. Go up one step at a time. 9th level, legend, demigod, walking day by day. Her appearance, figure, and temperament are also constantly maturing. Exquisite, noble, Chen Mo will appreciate it when there is nothing to do. For nothing else, simply to make yourself happy. Next, Chen Mo will carry out the biggest training for XC. He will use his star soul. I believe that Ash will break away from the current half-human and half-god state and complete the ascension of consciousness. When the time comes to project into the astral world, her consciousness will be as bright as the sun. The brightness of the astral world directly represents the strength of consciousness. Master, I'm ready. The slender eyelashes tremble slightly. Ash spoke softly. Let's start, Chen Mo said. Now that you can ascend to the gods, there is no need to hesitate. Sacred Terra is also an extremely safe place. It is very suitable to be promoted here. Voice just fell. Then the golden light diffused, enveloping Ash. Terrible disturbance of consciousness spreads. And this diffusion. Chen Mo was pleasantly surprised to find that the retractor was used to transform the tiburium ore of the Holy Terra. This wave, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe Terra's ocean will be upgraded along with it. Chen Mo couldn't help but nodded with satisfaction. It was a little surprise. As Terra's planetary will, he did not block this change. The golden light continued to spread, and finally spread over the entire planet Zero. Chen Mo could feel that the consciousness of Queen Ash, surrounding him, was cheering. But obviously, it will take time. After all, it is the transformation of consciousness. According to the experience of the Snake Human Queen, it will take about 1 to 5 hours. The state is stable, and the probability of becoming a god is very high. My god level mate is almost here. Chen Mo couldn't help being delighted. After all, this is a god. Even a star soul expert is not a powerful individual that can be easily defeated. A powerful god, comparable to a star god, is a very terrifying existence. And once successful, it means it is possible to come up with a plan that combines the knowledge of the snake people and the murlocs to ascend to the gods. And this ascension knowledge is believed to be very close to the complete knowledge created by the source. This scheme, it can be fully promoted in the snake people and murlocs. Because there is experience first, and at the same time after reform, the difficulty of ascending to the gods will be greatly reduced. By virtue of this alone, Chen Mo will be able to start cultivating gods in batches. Earn blood. Based on the above, it is normal to be happy inside. Waiting for Ash to advance, Chen Mo opened the watch. Check out planet information. Lord of the planet, Chen Mo demigod intermediate. Star soul level. Lavender, star soul powerhouse. Planet number 23,788. Civilization level. Level 2.0 with god level combat power. Civilization tendencies. Genes, technology, swarm organisms, infection parasitism. Planet contribution. 291.4 billion. Planet ranking. The 1 millionth place in the Battle of the Temple of Heaven real-time. Planet information. Low energy planet, half garden world, continuing to transform, has a special connection with the mother world. Important equipment. Bastion, mothership, half-life body, permanent mother star channel, portal, planetary defense system, biological mastermind, dark sky, proof of conquest, requiem, under construction. Colonial planets. 23 in total. Including the ocean planet, the top agricultural planet 4.0, the tiberium mining area, the top mining planet, the snake human home planet. Special resources. Top fishing, titanium ore, magic crystal, uranium ore, tiberium ore, a small amount of iridium ore. Enslaved races. Mermaids, snake people. Existing resources. 150.5 billion cash, 30 tons of magic crystals, 5 tons of tiberium ore, 900 kilograms of eltium ore. Other information. No. Half garden world. Chen Mo no longer hesitates. Immediately ordered Oran to start the transformation of the land. Try to complete the transformation of the ocean with Ash. This wave has the potential to bring his home planet into the ranks of the garden worlds. Obey, my master. Oran, the queen of the snake human race, nodded and immediately began to transform. Ever since, under the mutual reflection of the two golden lights, the whole planet became bright and dreamlike. All the mermaids, as well as the snake girl who kept entering, looked up in surprise. They have never experienced this scene. But no one panicked. Here is Holy Terra, absolutely safe. So there is only one possibility. That is, something that changes the whole world is happening. Chapter 276 Garden World. God level maid comes out. If you want to be rich, first dig your grave. Holy Terra, although it is night, but the whole planet is like a dream. Shrouded in light, Chen Mo was not in a hurry to rest either. After all, his first garden world, his first servant, are coming soon. Ida's worth a wave of witnessing. Mother's breath, so strong. As the queen about to advance, the two sisters Irene looked excited. They all looked at Chen Mo. They know that it is the master and the gift descends. Their Murloc clan has grown stronger again. The more gifts, the more it proves the master's favor. Therefore, they also have longing in their eyes. No need to hide. Hearing what the two sisters said, Chen Mo nodded with a smile. Look around. All the mermaids are excited too. As time flows, the whole planet shines brighter and brighter. Reaching its peak, it began to shrink again. However, with this process, Queen Ash's will was disturbed and began to skyrocket. Even in the sea, there is a current rising out of thin air. It even activates into a water-shaped creature, exuding a melodious singing voice. The whole ocean, which seemed to come to life, began to cheer. The mermaids around 30 were also immersed in the singing, and some mermaids even began to break through. What a strong disturbance. Chen Mo was slightly surprised. I didn't expect the scene of becoming a god to be so spectacular. Before the snake human Queen Alan became a god, because of the cover of the battle, and he invaded and suppressed the entire snake human mother planet, he did not show the magical side of becoming a god at all. It is the power of idealism, the power of consciousness interfering with reality, which is constantly increasing. On the side, the two sisters, Irene and Ali, stared wide-eyed. They have already accepted Chen Mo's worldview. From a materialist point of view, this is the case. Everyone on the planet Terra has noticed this scene. And at this time, the portal also glows slightly. Luo Bing requests to pass through the portal. This information was immediately learned by Chen Mo. With a thought, click to agree. The things of the gods are at hand, already known. It doesn't matter if there is one more. And as two interconnected planets, most of the time, they can communicate with each other, which is normal. Just don't know what's the matter with the other party. Of course Chen Mo doesn't know. With his explosive fire, Countless people frantically want to get close to him. Those who want to kneel and lick him, from Centaurus, can go to the M78 Nebula. Among them, many girls, not necessarily true, know about the HNMO support groupa. All in all, things have gotten pretty big. And it's getting bigger and bigger. Even vaguely there is a rumor of Chenmo having a fling with the goddess of the Temple of Heaven, to enhance the trend of hot topics. Luo Bing felt that he couldn't wait any longer. Things are tricky. She saw that since Chenmo had stopped putting goods on the shelves, things should have been almost done. She came to drop by the door. Let's talk about this matter carefully, and get to know the gods by the way. After a few more minutes, the golden light dissipated. The strongest life form, God, appeared in front of Chenmo. But Ash still closed her eyes. She was carefully feeling the changes in herself. This power is really too powerful, and it is different from usual. She needs to think carefully based on the knowledge in her head. At the same time, her awareness of the source was disturbed, and her ability to sense was enhanced by more than 10,000 times. Can quickly summarize some knowledge. With the change of ideology, she suddenly understood many things she didn't understand at first. Perhaps this is what the master said, the material base determines the height of thinking. Now, that ancient treasure seemed to be presented in front of her. Chenmo is not in a hurry with the boss either. Instead, I immediately checked the time. Compared with the snake human Queen Orlandon. With the support of his star soul, Ash's state is obviously much better, and even though his strength is much weaker, he still ascends to the gods smoothly. In terms of time, it was about half an hour earlier than expected. At the same time, thanks to the magical changes of the Mermaid Queen, the entire ocean of Holy Terra also undergoes magical changes. The whole planet, it's only one step away. No, it's already Garden World. Chenmo glanced at his watch. Among the federal ratings, it's still barely Garden World. The power of the gods is really strong. Suddenly, Ash's eyelashes trembled slightly, and her red lips also moved slightly. In a little while, Ash will be familiar with the ideology at the moment. The consciousness of the gods is already very strong, because they can easily interfere with reality with their consciousness, so even if they are completely out of flesh and blood, they can move easily. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is a life of pure consciousness. Also because of this, there will be some changes in the way of manipulating the body. It takes a little getting used to. But this time is extremely short. I don't know what is Ash's idealistic ability. What kind of knowledge has been discovered from the source? Speaking of which, it's almost time to explore the source. Chenmo thought so, quite looking forward to it. According to the division standard of the Star Soul world, the gods have reached the limit of individual life. It is also the terminal form of consciousness ascension. Almost immortal, even if it is death, as long as you are lucky, or if you leave behind in advance, you can return from history. From a ninth-order life body to the realm of gods in 1 month. Talking, Chenmo himself was a little envious. If it is only about the individual, the advancement speed is faster than him. Now, as a star soul powerhouse, he is only at the level of a demigod in terms of individual strength. There is still a long way to go before becoming a star god. Of course, individual strength. It is completely different from the strength of civilization itself. The source of Chenmo's power is different from the gods. Or, the stronger Ash is, the stronger he is. All of these, it's all part of his power. If he immediately steals all the knowledge of the source, ancient god, Ida may not be just a junior god. It is possible to go straight to the top. Climb to the gods in the morning, sweep the temple of the gods in the afternoon, and beat the dragon gods. Of course, Chenmo also knows that the probability of this is extremely low. It is impossible for Ash to sort out all the knowledge of the source directly. After all, she is Chenmo's person, and she is very resistant to the source, and does not want to be the other party. The speed of resonance cannot be perfect. However, even if it is only the strength of a general god, it is completely enough. What's more critical is knowledge. At this time, Chenmo already had a rough plan in mind. After digesting this wave of resources, the opportunity for evolution has also been transformed into strength. He immediately sent 2 gods to explore the source. Grave digging. Really get rich. Of course, the battle of the Temple of Heaven cannot be relaxed. His next target is the Titan constellation. This is the star region adjacent to the constellation Hydra. The strength is neither strong nor weak. Just the perfect sector for Chenmo to plunder. Of course, Chen Mo thinks it's good, and many Star Soul Masters are not fools, and there may be competition at that time. While thinking, Chen Mo also stretched out his hand, I she. It still feels soft to the touch. Even better. It seems that the ascension of the gods is not all in consciousness. Check Ash's information again. Compared with before ascending to the gods, earth-shaking changes have taken place. Chapter 277 shocked Luo Bing. Lady Luck. 2 more. A name. Ashia. Status. God. Special. Consciousness. Resonance body. A position. Governor of Ocean Planet. Queen of Mermaid. Instructor of Knowledge Dissemination. A. Advanced requirement. Blessing from the will of the world. The rest is currently unknown. Remarks. It is possible to locate the detailed location of the source, and there is a probability to directly obtain part of the knowledge, and there is a probability to perceive the remaining resonance bodies that may exist. A. Ash described in detail what she had learned so far. Chen Mo truthfully recorded and documented. These are all reference materials for mermaids becoming gods in the future. What's more interesting is that Ash's memories and feelings can also be uploaded to the astral world. The Murlocs are gifted people. You can even try to experience this magical feeling in advance. Of course, the astral world is not strong enough to be completely real. Part of the feeling of ascending to the gods is difficult to simulate. But this is definitely a super huge advantage. These 2 races under my command will have an advantage in becoming gods in the future. If you get the source knowledge thoroughly, it won't be a problem to evolve into a god-level civilization. Why? And find a way to find other similar races. Chen Mo is in a pretty good mood at the moment. The rest of the Star Soul Masters have worked hard to cultivate a civilization, and the goal is to achieve a god-level civilization. But Chen Mo here, the 2 slave races alone have such potential. No, it should be said that he already has such ability. After all, their respective leaders are already gods. And there is a complete advanced route, and the corresponding knowledge system is also very rich. This is completely different from the strong ones who are cultivated purely by favor. Who can stop such a slave race? Give Chen Mo a little more time, not to mention relying on the exclusive race for parasitic infection, just relying on the snake people and Murlocs, he will be able to crush the outer area of the Temple of Heaven. If there are enough resources and enough gods are cultivated, even Chen Mo of the Great Expedition can play. No stress at all. After being promoted to the gods, I'm fully capable of digging graves. And you can start to integrate all kinds of knowledge from the source, and in the next period of time, there will be a variety of knowledge output, and it will be systematic. You can submit part of the knowledge review to the big library first. But, Chen Mo looked at the advanced conditions. Apart from relying on his blessing to advance, the other methods are unclear. After all, has reached the gods. You have to figure out the way forward. But there is no set practice method. Every race is different. Certainly, Ash can still learn a lot from the knowledge of the source. This part, though, is pretty high-end. Only when you arrive at the source and thoroughly investigate the corpse of the ancient god will you have a chance to get it. In general, the more powerful you are, the less knowledge you can refer to. In the end, you have to go your own way and create your own knowledge, just like those congressmen. Chen Mo analyzed carefully. From Ash, he also saw part of the path he was going to take. This is also the reason why he wants to raise a large group of scholars of various races in the star realm. Let them study slowly, and sooner or later they will come in handy. Of course, there is a high probability that there will be no results. But Chen Mo never loses money. Chen Mo's touch made Mermaid Queen Ash's heart beat faster. The coercion of the gods is very strong. But in front of the master, there is only gentleness left. But just a thought. Lights flicker all around. Eyes widened, the 2 sisters of Irene looking here, and the many mermaids watching from a distance, only had a dazzling light in their eyes. I can't see it at all. As long as she wants, Ash can set all eyes on her on fire. The power of the gods is very magical. At this time, dazzled by the light, Luo Bing, who had been here for a while, finally regained his senses. Think about what you just saw. There is no mistake, another god. She was just dumbfounded. I thought Chen Mo was strong enough. She also wondered why a god should take refuge in Chen Mo. Now I have a vague idea. Could it be, Chen Mo has mastered the complete knowledge to advance to the gods? And it can help the natives. This is outrageous. Doesn't this mean that in the future, Chen Mo will continue to harvest all kinds of magical races? A newcomer, just out of the first battle, cultivated and removed the gods. Still such a beautiful mermaid. For a while, she felt that the things she wanted to discuss with Chen Mo became insignificant. There are 2 god-level maids. What kind of Chen Mo support group? People don't care at all, right? Back then, Luo Bing thought that Chen Mo might be interested. After all, there are thousands of girls. How much? I am also interested in maintaining this community. But look at the scene inside the manor. The charming and enchanting figure of the snake girl. She couldn't take her eyes off it. There is no need for a club or something. Certainly, I still have to say something. What if Chen Mo thinks this association can play a similar role as an alliance? If she feels that her reputation has been affected, then she should disband. Now that she is in this club, she belongs to be roasted on the fire. Many people think that she is the head of the harem. Secretly engage in some activities to recruit women for Chen Mo. The core area of the Temple of Heaven. In a beautiful palace made of magic crystals. The goddess of luck tossed the gold coin in her hand in boredom. Unexpected. This time, the gold coin stood upright on the table. She stared suddenly. One of them, so weak, has such a magical ability, which interferes with my power. This group of locusts is really as powerful as in the legend. The Temple of Heaven is facing the test of life and death. In this case, we can only prepare for a full-scale war. It's better to give it a go. Let the Shendu get ready, I will make an early move. With her words, a servant emerges, then bent slightly. After thinking about it, Lady Luck said again, I want to initiate a meeting of the gods. Be prepared. Wisdom, getting King Zhao and the group of God of Wisdom. Invite all of them too. After supplementing the explanation, she waved back her subordinates. She is not the most powerful deity. But in this area, she can be regarded as one of the oldest gods. He has a lot of ideal knowledge about luck. Even insight into some of the rules about fate. And she is also one of the founders of the Temple of Heaven. Therefore, it is no problem to propose to hold a meeting of the gods. I believe that many gods will be there. As for whether the matter can be done, it is not up to her alone. Of course, she doesn't care about her fate of killing the gods. It's nice to be able to protect yourself. And this little confidence, she was very sufficient. But at this moment, after looking at the matter of the snake human queen, her confidence was shaken. The gear of fate has been turned by someone, and the opponent's power is rapidly increasing. How do I get rid of failure? Falling back into the quiet hall. Lady Luck whispered to herself. Chapter 278. The Great Move of the Temple of Heaven. Unexpected information. One more. Temple of Heaven. The gods gather. Slave masters are strong. I have fought the star gods among them. Beating 1 or 2, I'm perfectly fine. But there are too many of them. And I suspect that there are still stronger players who have not made a move. We haven't gathered all our strength yet, not because we don't know the real situation. It's just to let all living beings think that we have a chance to win. The Jinren gods are outspoken. Jinren is the main battle race, but because of this, he is the first to despair. I feel that if this continues, sooner or later it will be a loser. It is reasonable to find a way to escape quickly. But before that, the situation still needs to be stabilized, and resources must be collected to the greatest extent. As long as his race is ready, it will be very convenient to fight or flee. Certainly, not all gods have the same views as him. And there are still a lot of them. Seeing their confident appearance also made him somewhat hesitant. There is absolutely no need for us to retreat. We have been operating this area for so long, so why don't we just give up? So many planets, so many believers, and a strong planetary will, this is wealth. You are the strongest after all, take out some originals. Escaping from here is only the beginning. It is the best choice to let the slave owner retreat. As long as the gods unite and follow my plan. I promise the plan will be perfect. The God of Wisdom spoke lightly. Sitting on an all-metal throne, everyone can only see his silver-gray metal chin. The God of Wisdom, often mysterious and ancient. The gods, the older they are, the more they play, the more knowledgeable they are, and the strength is not weak. I agree. God of Wisdom, has true wisdom. Many gods, such as thunder, storm, and the earth, spoke one after another. Many gods support the God of Wisdom. Lady Luck cast a glance. There are 773 gods who support the God of Wisdom plan, and the main battle race accounts for more than 300. This is already more than half. The remaining half was watching her. After all, in addition to wisdom, luck and fate are also things worth relying on. Hee. Ocaris, the god of wisdom. Lady Luck smiled contemptuously. Can this one work? She was a little skeptical anyway. After all, the first, Nesser core, is in the hands of the god of wisdom. But the other party has been slow to say that the full version cannot be copied. In short, Lady Luck has doubts about his wisdom. Of course, everyone is a grasshopper on the same rope, so there is no need to care about such details. As for the opponent's plan, let's treat a dead horse as a living horse, doctor. She couldn't think of a better idea now, so she said no more. Instead, he nodded. That's it. The meeting convened by her went to the next step. That is how to cooperate with the god of wisdom. In the core area, build the powerful artifact, he said. Once successful, according to the god of wisdom, it is easy to resist the attack of the slave owners. As for those prominent Star Soul World slave owners, they were also wiped out immediately. If you don't kill a group of them, they won't know the pain. Let the group of locusts know that we are not easy to mess with. The god of wisdom smiled confidently, following his speech. For a while, the dignified atmosphere of the meeting was relaxed. However, before the meeting was over, there were many gods who secretly communicated with each other. The whole meeting seemed to be smooth. In fact, undercurrents are surging. No god would pin their future hopes on others. Everyone has their own considerations. What's more, there are still many contradictions between some gods. Dabe, Holy Terra, Shenmo didn't care about the movement of the Temple of Heaven. Even if he knew that there was going to be a big move in the Tiantian Temple, he still followed the steps. What level, what to do. What's more, even if the gods launched any attacks, they would definitely not be able to threaten him. He has mastered the knowledge of crossing the planet. Holy Terra can be moved anywhere at any time. Decapitation tactics are of no use to him. Moreover, he is connected to his home planet at any time, and he also has a life-saving artifact such as the Proof of Conquest. It can be said that the sense of security is directly full. Certainly, as for the possible actions of Tiantian Temple, Shenmo also had a slight guess. After all, he has already been infected with the Nesser core, parasitically. Although it is a replica, he has also deduced some details about the god of wisdom from his continuous analysis. At the same time, the research on consciousness disturbance in Star Soul World is very in-depth. There have been some guesses about the central area of the Temple of Heaven. Shenmo believes that it may have something to do with Nesser's core. That prototype may have an extraordinary origin. Of course, it is also possible for the Temple of Heaven to run away directly after being defeated. In this regard, Shenmo is not happy. It's not because there's no way to brush up the record, but because of the opportunity to evolve. There are many gods in the Temple of Heaven, but it is the perfect place to find opportunities for evolution. Shenmo expects them to have the courage to fight hard and to compete head-on with him a few more times. Looking forward to the big scene where the gods personally act. Master, Source, still has a very complete body. In a very distant dark area, there is not a shred of light there. Through the disturbance of my consciousness, I can barely perceive the scene there. We need to prepare for an ultra-long distance transmission, and we may encounter some troubles. I sense some weak disturbances in consciousness. There are other resonators, or the surviving servants of God, who may also take action. At this time, Queen Ash was already in good spirits. Her light and perfect figure was presented in front of Shenmo. Although the people around looked this way, there was only light in their eyes. Any movement of the master will not be peaked. It made her relax a lot. It feels good to be alone with the owner. Dark area. After thinking for a while, Shenmo knew where this was. It should be the dark area between different star regions. There is a real void. Very empty. Hardly any substance exists. In the wildest places, there is not even light. There is only space itself. This kind of area, ordinary creatures cannot reach at all. Even for the gods, it is very strenuous to go to this kind of area. It is not surprising that the arrangement of the source is located in such a place. This kind of place, this method, can be said to be foolproof. But unfortunately, this ancient god met Shenmo. He has a unique genetic path to ascension. It is easy to perfectly subdue the civilization cultivated by her residual consciousness disturbance. If there is a chance, don't say that the dead ancient gods will spread the creep. Even the whole universe. Of course, this is not what Shenmo should consider right now. He shook his head and his eyes fell on Addie. In addition to feel. In addition to a more perfect figure, Ash's hair also changed color, turning into a gradient luminous color. Golden, but not dazzling. At first glance, it doesn't even look like a solid body. This is also part of her will. This body may not be pure flesh and blood. As for temperament, the other mermaids are completely incomparable. Even compared with the snake-human queen beside her, she is not inferior. A noble beauty, a charming temptation. In short, in their respective fields, they seem to have reached the pinnacle. Just at this time, Queen Ash suddenly closed her eyes. After a while, he opened it and said, "Master, just now, I encountered a weak resonance body in the dream created by the disturbance of consciousness. I can't confuse the opponent, but using the power of the Master, I penetrated the will of the opponent's planet, and I still learned an interesting piece of information. Many gods have left their home planet. Perhaps there will be an action in the Temple of Heaven. It should be the goddess of luck or one of the gods of wisdom who summoned the gods. Maybe they are ready to do it themselves." Alan, the queen of the snake-human race, said. At the same time, Oran was extremely surprised. What kind of terrible knowledge is this, which can invade the will of the planet from such a long distance? Could it be the Master's trick to subdue her? Isn't this a stunt? Even as a servant, there is also the opportunity to learn. She couldn't help being shocked. Also look forward to it. After a while, you must communicate with Ash and ask for tips on how to obtain gifts. Oran thought, after listening to Ash's information. Chen Mo was slightly surprised. Unexpectedly, there will be unexpected gains so soon. It seems that the gods of the Tiantian Temple are not really blind. They should have realized our strength and are ready to fight with all their strength. If they don't succeed now, they will probably go their separate ways. Chen Mo guessed. The Shendu are different races and different life forms. It's really normal for everyone to take care of each other. The universe is so big. If a god cannot be defeated, it is easy to have the idea of AA running away. The heavenly god temple is a mess, and I can stir up the situation by myself, and maybe I can instigate many gods. They can never really unite. The snake-human queen said with certainty. She knows all about the hatred between different races. Master, after I have acquired most of the knowledge of Source, I can directly attack the core area of AA, the Temple of Heaven, and catch them by surprise. Ash said confidently. She is not weak, and she can also cultivate many gods. Saying this, of course, is sure. But Chen Mo shook his head. No hurry, take it step by step. War is never just a means. His purpose is not to kill the gods. Instead, it devours the divine body and explores the mysteries of evolution. An opportunity must be found to bring the gods together. Chen Mo has a hunch that he won't have too many opportunities. It must be grasped. The later the war, the greater the probability that the gods will flee in all directions. In this case, for other Star Soul Masters, the loss is not big. But for Chen Mo, it's a big loss. Ding! Your goods have been sold out, please ship them in time. At this moment, the watch vibrated slightly. So fast. Chen Mo was overjoyed. It seems that fame is more important than he thought. He was so popular that the goods sold surprisingly fast. Under the same conditions, everyone buys his goods first. Many people also want to take this opportunity to get acquainted with Chen Mo. Since the goods are all sold, then Chen Mo's funds are very sufficient. After deducting the funds needed for evolution, there are still more than 120 billion left. This money can completely transform the evolution fortress again. The artificial evil god plan has reached the final step. Just in time to use the latest knowledge, withering flowers. His infinite number, the time-traveling air regiments that can be folded at will, are close at hand. The gods have. The evil god is also here. Good things keep going. Chapter 279 Hungry Before Shit. Get the opportunity to swallow evolution. Terrible harvest. 2 more. Holy Terra. The entire planet is rippling in a faint golden light. This light does not affect the sight. Instead, the entire planet is constantly accumulating energy. From the surface of the planet to the depths of the sea, it is full of vitality. According to the assessment standard of Star Soul World, this is already a garden world. Extremely bright and beautiful, can give birth to a relatively high-quality life form. If you take it out and sell it, the value is amazing, people. At this moment in the Golden Sea, Chen Mo's manor is quite huge. There are more types of servants. In addition to mermaids, there are also snake girls. The city not far from the manor was even more lively. The number of people skyrocketed. These are snake women who have come to Terra for training. After careful selection, their looks and abilities are all top-notch. Thanks to the special ability of the exclusive race, Chenmo will quickly train many snake girls in batches. They will be indoctrinated with basic knowledge of the Star Soul world. After some training, he becomes a very good labor force and planetary governor. This result, it can be regarded as one of the additional benefits of Chenmo's looting of the Temple of Heaven. It would be almost impossible for him to create such a race by himself. So plundered the Temple of the Gods. The benefits are many. If you are short of money or people, you can find the Temple of Heaven. Master, the knowledge of the withered flower has been verified, and there is no problem. Ash saw that the master began to pay attention to the status of the entire planet. He put forward his previous expected results in time. After attacking the snake people, this knowledge has been perfectly obtained. Withered flowers can use the biological characteristics of tiburium ore to continuously absorb the energy of the entire planet. Chenmo predicted before that if similar capabilities were obtained, then the swallowing ability of the exclusive race will have an explosive growth. Maybe don't worry about energy, because a huge part of matter can be swallowed directly and converted into energy. Maybe you can also get the pollution ability of tiburium ore. Think of these. Chenmo looked at the hint given by the deduction system earlier. Ding! It is detected that the host has obtained the clue of knowledge of the withered flower, and according to the system deduction, using this knowledge, combined with the power of Star Soul, parasitic, and high energy genes, can obtain possible evolution opportunities. The probability of evolution is 80%. Okay. Looking at evolutionary probabilities, Chenmo was shocked. If he remembered correctly, the probability of evolution at the beginning was 99%. Now his strength has grown again, and he has obtained a large number of resources. This probability has dropped to 90% instead. Am I being noticed by Lady Luck? Chenmo thought about it for a while, and then he understood the reason. He used to just fight against the blessings of Lady Luck. Is passive. Now, the other party is indeed targeting him. But for Chenmo, no matter how difficult it is, he has no shortage of resources at hand, that is, he needs to spend more resources. And it's almost time. A thought. Chenmo completely took over the Snake Terran home planet. It is different from the previous occupation control. This time it completely replaces the planetary will of the snake human race's home planet. This high-energy planet can be regarded as completely joining his command. All consciousness on the planet merged into the astral. The purple halo on Chenmo's hand shone slightly. The laws of the world also cast attention. Obviously. This time he took control of the planet and was recognized. Follow me one more time, and you will have a chance to be blessed. You can use the power of the Star Soul world to create magical creations. An additional 2 billion resources will be spent to gain opportunities for evolution, but it's worth it. Chenmo feels the state a little bit. He didn't hesitate to use the knowledge of withered flowers. Combine the power of the Star Soul to obtain possible evolution opportunities. What Chenmo didn't know was that he made several actions inadvertently. On the War Zone channel, there was another commotion. Damn it, everyone, look at the status of Chenmo's main planet. On the list, FK, this is too strong, isn't it? As expected of Chenmo boss. Hiss, the words upstairs were so excited that they said the wrong thing, but I was also so excited that I couldn't close my legs. FK, Garden World, how much money has this been spent? Money. This is not a question of money, it should be a question of planetary transformation knowledge. It's not easy to use money, you have to use means. Damn, doesn't this mean that Mr. Chenmo really has the means to transform the planet, so I really want to ask him to transform the agricultural planet for me. Neil, Boss Chenmo's manpower cost is lower, maybe cheaper than other Star Soul bosses. I really want to kneel and lick Mr. Chenmo, who can show me the way. As soon as the newcomer made his debut, he went directly to the entire garden world, which is simply frenzied. Damn it, it must be very comfortable to live on. It's not like me. Although it's a high-energy planet, it hasn't been modified a bit until now. After leaving the base, it's like a primitive planet. I will cry if I continue. Can a battle improve so much? I feel so dreamy. Yeah, forget about the huge amount of equipment resources before, there is still room to transform and upgrade the planet. It feels like looting 4 or 5 planets is not such an exaggeration. The ones upstairs don't know how to do it at first glance. A 0 for Flowersa AA. You look at who is the target of the looting. He is the boss Chen Mo. He is directly defeated without a fight. The planet is not damaged. You look at the basic information of the boss Chen Mo. He is the mother planet and directly attacked. This profit is directly maximized. And that is a new race in the Temple of Heaven. If you can make a snake human queen kneel and lick you, your income will not be much worse than this. Leading people with the ball. Let's play together. I admire. I dare to swear, my income must be worse than that of Mr. Chen Mo. Because of the snake human queen's kneeling and licking, I might be so happy right away. Quote. NB Chen Mo boss. I look forward to seeing the leaderboard of Chen Mo's random kills. I think it's coming soon. Although Mr. Chen Mo currently only has 1 million members, according to this rate of progress, it is not a problem for a battle to span hundreds of thousands of members. Hundreds of thousands. I don't think so. Mr. Chen Mo is the one who directly enters the ranking list of the main planet. Although he is only the tail of the crane, you must know that this is usually only done by the strong star soul. I don't think it's a big problem to reach the top 100,000 in a short period of time. Take it easy, I'll bet on the party's name. Damn it, people who don't know will think you are bragging about another superstar soul powerhouse. Stop bragging. Chen Mo won't add you as a friend if you lick him again. This is not a novice zone. I'm a rookie kid. This is not a small pond. It's impossible to fry fish. There are prehistoric giant crocodiles here. Hungry before shit. FK. Kind of don't be anonymous. I'll just put my words here. If you want to see Chen Mo killing me, go to bed. A group of brats are blowing here nonstop. Are you annoying? Don't pollute my eyes. Boss Chen Mo is estimated to be a level 2.0 civilization, which is stronger than the average star soul master. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Chen Mo continuing to sell knowledge. When will you accept my younger brother? I don't know. If possible, I really want to interview the planetary governor. The War Zone channel can be described as brilliant. You can say anything. It will take time to use the knowledge of withered flowers, and then try to parasitically infect tiberium ore. It also requires the consumption of a whole plant of red tiberium ore. This generous Chen Mo didn't even bat an eye. While waiting for the final result, Chen Mo turned on his watch. View the record rewards given by the Federation. There are 3 knowledge left. If you add the source knowledge compiled by Ash, there will be 10. It's a scary amount. Chen Mo couldn't help smiling. This is part of the federal reward knowledge that he has sold before and is clearly not needed. Otherwise there will be more loss. Chapter 280 Gain a lot of knowledge. Communication Lady Luck. 1 more. Among these knowledge, some about mana and runes can be ignored. 3 about planetary awareness can be kept. These few who use tiberium ore are not bad. These things that transform the agricultural planet can be used later. Chen Mo counted slowly. If these gains are spread, it will definitely arouse envy, jealousy and hatred. After all, even if it is the Lord of the Star Soul, it is very difficult to obtain so much knowledge at once. As for newcomers, it is thankful that one can be rewarded by the Federation. At the Star God stage, generally, there is not too much lack of knowledge. One is that they have gone their own way. The second is to have money, and with that level of strength, the Federation will relax some of their knowledge control. A wider variety of knowledge can be acquired. Just at this moment, part of the knowledge that Chen Mo reported to Dashuku for certification had already passed the review. There are 10 in total. There is only 1 high-level knowledge, but there are 5 intermediate-level knowledges. Even low-level knowledge is related to tiberium ore. This kind of knowledge is valuable. Thought about it. Chen Mo hung up all the knowledge he could sell. This is different from the Federal Award, May 20th. This is knowledge tagged, Discoverer, Chen Mo. Although not as good as the Creator. But it is enough. This label is enough for Chen Mo to obtain the right to sell knowledge. And without downgrading. Gains are of course also taxable. However, Chen Mo, as the Rookie King, will be exempted from tax within 2 years for all transactions. Auction all directly. Although there is the reference price of the Federation, I believe that as the first batch of this kind of knowledge, there will be a premium. How much to earn? Let the market decide. It has to be said that relying on the vast market of Star Soul World, it is very convenient for Chen Mo to obtain resources. As long as the item at hand is valuable, you can immediately exchange it for the corresponding resource. A proper operation can even make more profits. Except for knowledge, the federal record rewards are of little value to Chen Mo. Most of them are ores. This kind of thing Chen Mo produces more than 20 planets every day. This kind of production capacity can be maintained for about 7 to 10 days. Afterwards, once excavated, they will all be veritable agricultural planets. In addition to ores, the home planet of the snake human race also contributed a large number of special products of the Temple of Heaven. After all, the snake race is a new race that can trade in the entire Temple of Heaven area. Among these special products, apart from the so-called arts, such as porcelain and wood products, there are also many ancient cultural relics, and there is even a very old metal hard drive. The history can be traced back to 100 million years ago. It records information about a humanoid race that has just stepped out of space. These things can be regarded as the history of this area. To Chen Mo, the value is not high. But many scholars in the big library may be very interested in this thing. Especially some creations related to ancient civilizations. Using some wondrous knowledge, you might be able to follow along and find the treasures of an entire civilization. This is called archaeology. Of course, the risks involved are also very high. After all, if there were gods in the civilization of 100 million years ago, it would probably be very difficult to mess with. Chen Mo won't find it by himself. It is more cost-effective to cooperate with Dashuku. Speaking of which, Chen Mo has cooperated with Dashuku before. I gave a stone tablet that recorded information about a certain evil god, and gave it to Lilia, a scholar of the Great Library. I don't know what's going on with the research now. Chen Mo plans to find some time to ask. Seeing the red form of tiburium ore wrapped in creep, Chen Mo knows that the most critical moment has come to obtain the chance of evolution. Directly use the power of the star soul to increase the probability. This time Lady Luck cost him a lot of money. But Chen Mo believes all this will be returned sooner or later. Another hour and we'll be done. Chen Mo said with certainty. Under his confidence, the entire tiburium ore burst into a violent red light. But this light, weird, can't break through the siege of bacteria. If it is usual, the surrounding area is already crystallized at this time. The mutated infection will spread to at least 100,000 kilometers away. However, using the knowledge acquired from the source, Chen Mo already has a strong ability to control the tiburium ore. As long as this wave of infection control is successful, the swallowing ability of the mushrooms will be greatly enhanced. Even directly in line with tiburium ore, the direct conversion of matter into energy is the first step towards an infinite source of energy. The ability to control infection can also initially work on the energy body. It seems that if I have been developing along the road of genetic ascension, I will be quite different from the gods. At least in terms of energy, I will have an overwhelming advantage. This is a unique advantage. In terms of materialism and idealism, it will be very powerful. Quote. Chen Mo analyzed it carefully. At this time, although he has not advanced to star god, he can roughly see the direction of evolution and development. Leverage matter through the power of genes, and then interfere with the invisible and matterless consciousness. It's just the opposite of the gods. But under his hands, there are many gods. Beckoned, he asked Oran, the snake human queen who had been waiting by the side, to come forward. I haven't looked at it carefully before. Now it looks like Oran, the snake girl, exudes a restless aura all over her body. The charm is amazing. Even just looking at it is a kind of enjoyment. Having an in-depth exchange with Oran, Chen Mo summarized the necessary information. A name, Orana. Status, the first stage of the gods, special, consciousness, resonance body. A position, governor of Snake Planet, Quina. Remarks, a life body with an extremely powerful will, with the blessing of the knowledge of the source, quickly reached the step of a god. Of course, if nothing is done to intervene, she may be an extremely suitable choice for the return of the ancient gods. A. Master, I can preside over the construction of the battleship of the Temple of Heaven and participate in the infiltration work. Perhaps it would be a good choice to contact Lady Luck in private. See Chen Mo and pay attention to himself again. Oran knew that her chance to perform had come. So I mentioned the battle against the Temple of Heaven again. This can not only reflect the value of their snake human race, but also fulfill a wish that the tribe has always had. That is a battle with the Jinran. Before, she tried her best to suppress this kind of thought, but now, after taking refuge in the world of Star Soul Stone, this has become a must, and she can't wait to do it right away. 0. All gold people should die. This idea is not only her, Chen Mo, who is the divine will, can also feel it. Chen Mo said, It is impossible for me to make peace with any heavenly god temple forces, either submit to me or die. So is it meaningful to communicate with Lady Luck? Oran respectfully said. Great as a master, of course there is no need for any compromise, but Lady Luck is the god I know the most. The opponent's influence within the Temple of Heaven is second only to the God of Wisdom, and she has enough chips in her hand to sell. I have contacted her. Whether it is successful or not, it is equivalent to giving the other party a thought. It's great if it's useful, and if the opponent decides to fight to the end, we have nothing to lose. The gentle voice slowly analyzed. Her chips have no leverage against me. Before Chen Mo finished speaking, he was suddenly taken aback. Wrong. Didn't you say before that you have to find a way to bring the gods together, a wave? If that Lady of Luck will help, it will definitely work. And the whole Temple of Heaven, according to Oran. Gods who can do this? No more than 10 people. In other words, if Chen Mo insists on calculating the Temple of Heaven, with the cooperation of Lady Luck, it works very well. Worth a try. Thinking of this, Chen Mo nodded, affirming Lan's suggestion. After all, general schemes, calculating gods, are useless. Just like the last time he wanted to mess with the female dragon, the other party couldn't come at all. If it's really possible, I personally don't have to attack Lady Luck. Chen Mo said. He can only make the conditions here at most. After all, the goal of Star Soul World is to destroy the entire Temple of Heaven and occupy this area. Chen Mo can choose where to attack, but he will definitely not be stupid enough to help the forces of the Temple of Heaven. For these reasons, Chen Mo feels 3.8 to Goddess of Luck, it is difficult for him to get any cooperation. It's just a few words if you are exhausted. Can't the other party want to rely on themselves? It's impossible to think about it. In short, Chen Mo has no hope for this matter. But if it does come true, that's definitely a steal. Chen Mo can directly obtain a large number of evolution opportunities. It is not impossible to directly touch the threshold of the Star God. In terms of record, it will also directly increase explosively. It is conservatively estimated that it can also enter the top 10 in the Battle of the Temple of Heaven. After all, so far, no Star Soul Master has ever killed a god. Destroy the opponent's high-end power at once. It can almost be said that it can be regarded as disintegrating the entire power of the Temple of Heaven. It's really a success. Chen Mo couldn't help shaking his head, casually asked Lan to try. Subsequently, Chen Mo paid attention to the progress of infection control tiburium ore. At this time, success is within reach. Chen Mo's heart moved, directly selected an asteroid. The bastion began to move. Stretch out huge tentacles, and began to move. Stretch out huge tentacles, and began to move. Stretch